They're kicking off. The clue? Mhm. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Miami Trace football. Tonight, Miami Trace High School is hosting Waverly Tigers. So it's the Miami Trace Panthers against the Waverly Tigers. What is Miami Trace, or what is Waverly bringing to the table tonight?
Waverly's got a lot of new players this year. They graduated quite a bit of players from last year. So they're going to try and establish what they always do is stretch the field with their speed, try to hit some long balls, and score quick. I don't think they're going to be able to pound and ground against this bigger Miami Trace team. So they're going to try and spread things out and use their speed to their advantage tonight.
Miami Trace was very good last year. They lost very little, and so they're going to be well ready for whoever they play this year, I think. But by no means are we saying this is going to be a blowout. But I think it will lean toward the Miami Trace side just a little bit due to having more senior players. And I don't mean senior by 12th grade. I mean senior as played before in the varsity level. And I think that's going to be a big difference in this game.
Yeah, Trace's junior class, as well as with those that mixes in with these seniors, is very deep and very talented. A lot of them has been playing since they were freshmen, and as juniors, they're as a varsity Friday night player, they're in their third season. So these lights shouldn't affect them as much.
Right.
They've all been here for the last couple of seasons, making a name for themselves, and we'll see what they do tonight.
Well, for instance, when I got here, it's been a year since I did the football team and everything for last year. I get here and look down here, and immediately jumping out at me, Julian Baker, Evan Mollett, Cooper Enix, Sky Salyers, Trey Robinette. These are all were great players last year for the team, and they're still on the team this year. Their offense should be very potent.
Yeah, and those are just your skill players.
Right.
Not to mention they lost basically one starter on the offensive line from last year, and they're bringing back generally their whole offensive line.
Plus one main one.
Led by Adam Guthrie.
Right.
So.
With Adam coming back, and Adam is 6'7", and he's already got offers from all over. Ohio State, Penn State, Texas just gave him an offer. So he's going to be interesting the next couple of years because he's only a junior. So he's got junior, senior, and the offers are already coming in for him for D1, big D1 schools. So it's going to be interesting to see what the final offer he's going to accept and where he's going to play. That's it. And plus, some of these other players on here, Julian Baker, Cooper Enix, some of these players have also got offers to play at different colleges, different sizes. So
Baker's got a few D1 offers, and he's just going into his sophomore season as the running back. He shared a lot of carries last year, and so the main focus, he will be the main focus in that backfield this year. Of course, he'll get some time. Trey Robinette, the quarterback, he'll carry the ball a little. But he throws a nice ball all over the field. And you have players like Cooper Enix, who's just an athlete. He can line up in the backfield. He can play slot. He can go out wide, or he can play that H-back position. And you just never know where he's going to line up on the field.
Yeah, a couple of players for um, Miami Trace. When you look at what position they play, instead of saying position, it just says athlete, which means he can play anywhere the coach wants him to play.
Yeah, nice sized kid, 6'2". Like I say, he can run. He first team all district in baseball, made all state in baseball. So he's definitely an athlete, and he can make some mismatches out there on the field, especially if he gets lined up against a linebacker that he can just run right past.
Right. It's just going to be an interesting. See how it starts out. They had the flip, but unfortunately, by the time we looked up, noticed they were doing the flip. They were shaking hands and walking off, so we did not get to see who was kicking off to who at this time. But so we'll find that out when they put the ball down for the one team to kick to the other. Then we'll know who's kicking off at that time. Bands is down there in the end zone. Looks like they're ready to come out. We still have just over 12 minutes to go until kickoff. I don't know what time the band comes out on the field, so that'll kill some time when they finally make the move out in the field to do the Star Spangled Banner plus the score. And as I say that, the band starts walking out on the field. Cue the band. I see. Miami Trace Panthers band and their flag corps. We're giving it a little great time, but we're giving something to the band and the announcer, but you can't hear the announcer over the speaker here. So they'll do a few songs, I think, in the school fight song, and then they'll do the Star Spangled Banner. Officials are meeting down here around the 45-yard line on our side of the field. We're away from the teams, or away from, the Trace team. We are located behind the visiting team up in the press box. Who's waving? That's your daughter? One of your daughters?
Two and a half daughters.
2.5 times. Get her to say one partial daughter. You needing money already? Not yet. Not yet. This is just I don't know. Hi. So we got daughters and partial daughter here. See, this, I was going to say, this is not the real, she hugged you, so she's not the real daughter.
No, she's not. She still likes me.
Why you like it, we don't know, but.
So what's the theme tonight, ladies, for the student section?
Yes. Can you guys guess? Your theme? Yeah.
You have a theme?
Yes.
I was going to say aisles, the aisles. I didn't know if it was actually Hawaiian or just some aisle.
It's always Hawaiian?
I could have wore, if I'd known it, I could have wore my Hawaiian shirt. I got a Hawaiian shirt.
We'll tell you the theme next time.
Okay. But I won't have, I'll wear my Hawaiian shirt and you'll be in something else.
We'll text him and have him text you.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep. You can participate too.
What?
You can participate.
What song's this?
It's a fight song.
Is it your fight song?
Yep.
And you don't even know it. I said, what is it? I don't know.
What do you think she's going to do? Sing it?
Well, if you're doing your own fight song, I can sing East Clinton's fight song to this day. Of course, the music's the same as Ohio State's fight song. So
Oh, well, there you go. Matches up.
Good luck.
glad I could see you guys again. Remember me from basketball?
Of course.
Of course.
Don't say anything bad.
30% of our ladies basketball team and 40% of our softball team right there.
That was them right there. I started to say we lost Sean. No, we lost Cody. Oh.
John Harris, are you listening? folks, there is a chance that we're on the air. I'm not 100% sure about that. Can you hear me now?
I'm only laughing over here because we've been there before. I'll be talking. I don't know if anybody's out there, but I'm going to talk anyway. In case you're wondering why there's like a dead air right now, it's the band's out there playing, and they just got done playing the Star Spangled Banner, and we got quiet during that. I'm able to talk now because that's done. I was laughing at Sean because a couple of his daughters and another friend of theirs came up, and we were talking about half the basketball team and a third of the basketball team or whatever. I was just shocked that they didn't come up and asking for money, and she goes, "Not yet."
Yeah.
They'll be back. I went down and got mine before we had got on there, so I'm done eating, and I may have to go get another drink after a while. I was done. But the band last year, I can remember hearing them. I don't know, maybe this window was open too, or I was at a window that was open. Maybe the camera was there and we were down there, and maybe we had a window open, but I couldn't hear. The Star Spangled Banner was already being played, and I had no idea what they were playing it because you couldn't hear them. I think now they're getting ready to leave the field. I think that's their marching off the field drumming that they're doing now. So we've got just over 6 minutes left to go in the game. What'd I say?
Left to go.
Left to go in the game, and left to go till the game. How's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Know what I mean, not what I say. That's what I always told my wife.
Oh, shoot.
Tell my grandkids that all the time. Know what I mean, not what I say. There, Sean or Cody, I thought you left. I couldn't find you. One, two, three, four. Is that it? Rick doesn't know what he's talking about. All I know is at 10 o'clock I'll be leaving. Oh shit! I didn't drive tonight, did I? That doesn't work. I was going to drive. I wasn't leaving my house till about 5 o'clock, and then Rick goes, "Hey, you want me to take you in?" I'm leaving at 3:15 to 3:30, and he picked me up at 3. Well, the band's all marked out, waiting for the players to run onto the field, but they're not out of the locker room yet. But here comes the Tigers coming out. The jungle is for Tigers. And they're out ready to go, but I think that before they break through, they're waiting for Trace. I think they'll probably break before Trace comes out. They're just down doing a little team prayer or something they do before a game probably, and then they'll stand up and rush through their sign.
Waverly won the coin toss. They deferred.
Okay. So Waverly won the toss, deferred to the second half. And it's like my grandson's baseball team. Everybody else wants home. They want to be the visitors because they want to score 9 runs in the first inning and put the other team down.
Well, if you know you can hit it, might as well get out there and hit
That's
it.
what I'm saying. If you got the better team, if you got the ball first, go down quick and score. If they're going to defer, make them regret doing that.
And the way baseball and softball is played now, it doesn't matter how many innings you're supposed to play. It's all about time. So
right.
you want the most whacks at it as you can early.
And I've often said this: if you get the ball first, you want to score and put the pressure on the other team early. One girl with the flag started to run, and there they come. Nobody, she was the only one running. Here come the Tigers, breaking out and running down over the field. And we're still waiting for Trace to come out of the locker room. Now, I've heard Waverly has a very good defense. I've heard their offense lost a lot of people, but they may gain some very athletic players. So I'm going into this as this is going to be a very close match between the two schools until somebody proves me wrong. Oh, here comes Trace. They now came out of the locker room, and they're slowly coming toward the field. They'll probably circle up, get them raring going. Captain's got them moving, and here they come. The Miami Trace Panthers. And it looks like they were led out of there by Malachi Jones.
Malachi's a senior. He plays wide receiver, defensive back, 6'2". He's an incredible athlete as well.
Yeah, they've got a lot of seniors and a lot of experienced players on this team. If Trace is going to do something in the league and stuff, this is going to be their year, I think. They've got a load up of very talented players on this team. Not saying that they're not going to in the future with some of these guys coming up, but I'm just saying the ones they've got now, the ones that came back, they've got a very experienced football team out there. I'm really looking forward to their season this year. They are coached by Jerry Williams, and the other team, Tigers, Waverly, is coached by Chris Crabtree. I may be related to Coach Crabtree because I've got a lot of people down that area. My grandmother, on my mom's side, was a Crabtree. So.
I'm sure if you are, he's never told anybody.
No, I'm sure he would never tell anybody.
Waverly's quarterback, Mason Kelly, he's a senior. He's 6'3", 185. So they do have some experience at quarterback. Their backup quarterback is a sophomore. He's 6'4", 200. So
wow.
They do have some good size at quarterback, tall, lengthy kids that we watched them warm up. They can both throw it pretty well.
Yeah, it was 164, 163, so both quarterbacks are very tall. That's for sure. And one's 185, one's 200, so they've got some decent size in the quarterback. And you like a tall quarterback that can look down the field and look over to the lineman to see his receiver sometimes. Okay, they're getting ready to kick off to Trace. I'm trying to see numbers on who's back.
Yeah, your two deep backs are Alston Brown, number 28, and Bryce Perkins, 22.
I was going to say, I thought one was Perkins and the other one is Alston Brown. He's the one I couldn't see his number on. When they stand sort of sideways a little bit with the sun the way it is, it's kind of hard to see them. Their kicker is getting the ball up. I'm just trying to see. I think it's Abby Green, number 30. And let's see if that's who it is. That's who's on my sheet. I don't know if they have another kicker or another boy that's. No, it's number 10, I think. Hunter Hawk is the kickoff. So he's running back, linebacker, and kicker, evidently. Unless the other player happens to be hurt right now, and then this one has to step in real quick. Nice left-footed kick. Caught about the 11-yard line. Coming up the field on the outside. Gets to about the 30, and they're going to mark him, looks like, right on the 30-yard line.
Alston Brown with that return.
I was going to say, I think that was Austin on the return. I didn't say that when he caught it. Trace will have the ball first. Quarterbacking for Trace will be Trey Robinette. I'm assuming the leadoff running back on the back will be Julian Baker, but also Enix will get a lot of time there, as well as Salyers.
Yeah, Baker and Colgrove's in the backfield with Robinette.
Thank you, because I'm having trouble with those numbers this far away right now. Hands off to the left side, bounces off, comes back, and he's going to get maybe a yard. Are they saying fumble?
Yep. Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play. He was fighting for more yards. Fumbled the play. Would have had a half a yard at best. And the Tigers come up with that ball. All righty. We have Waverly taking over. Let's see. Mason Kelly is their first quarterback, number 9. I'm trying to see who else comes out there. I see Sebastian Filisano out there.
Waverly couldn't draw that up any better.
Oh, man. First play of the
defer the coin toss, and then on the first play, get the ball.
Oh, they took the fumble away. Took the fumble away. That's why I was having trouble finding the quarterback. Trey still has the ball. They took the fumble away.
Ball must have went out of bounds before
it was picked up. All right. So I've got to get my sheet back out here. Trey Robinette in the backfield. Scoops it up. Hands off quickly. I think that was to Baker. Gets about the 37-yard line. It's going to be third down. Looks like about third down and 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. 3rd and 3 on 37.
Okay, so we got Trey Robinette going back. In the backfield is Baker and didn't see the other one. Is that Cosgrove?
Yep.
Yeah, Coldgrove. Another low snap. We got a penalty, and we got false start by Miami Trace. And I tell you, both snaps a couple snaps I've seen already are going to his feet, and he's leaning down, picking it up. If that happens the whole game, that could be some problems. Now we're going to have third down and 8. So we may have changed that play from wherever it was going to be. They opened up a little bit. Okay, coming to the bottom side. Getting grabbed and went down. He was sacked at the 26-yard line. I think Robinette thought he was by the guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he grabbed enough of the uniform, he pulled him down. Got him off balance. I think Trey thought he got by him and was continuing to running, looking downfield, and without realizing it, he was going down. So now it's going to be, is it fourth down?
Fourth down, yeah.
Fourth down.
14, trace and punt formation.
And another low snap. Low kick. Hits about the 46 across the 50, and he's still alive, running, getting hit, and goes down. Again, it's going to be about the 46, maybe 47. It's right in that area.
Tackle by Connor Napier.
Way to go, Connor. Connor Napier. Who kicked that ball?
I did not see.
I thought it looked like 12. I thought it was Trey.
It probably was. He did all the kicking last year, so
okay.
I imagine it was Trey.
So it was Trey Robinette was the punter, and he kicked a very low but hard punt. Picked up, went over the 50, but no gain. Picked it up on the 46 and was tackled on the 46. All right. They have a lone backfield here, quarterback only in the backfield. Kelly? Or is he under center? Nope, he's back. Throws to the left side and taken down. Was taken down at the right at the 40-yard line. So, well, they're going to mark him at the 41, so no gain. I thought he got about a foot over to the 40, but they're putting the marking at the 41. So it's going to second down, no gain. Now we got one more in the backfield, which I can't tell numbers. Quarterback, he got a man in motion coming south. Handoff, coming around the left side, breaks back toward the middle, and he goes down, gets to about the 44-yard line. And I think that was number 23. 23 was Cade Carroll. Cade Carroll with that run. He got about 3 yards.
Evan Mullet with the tackle.
He's all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll be all over the place.
So, again, we got Carroll in the backfield along with McKelly, needing about 7 yards. Going back for the pass. Here comes the rush. Throws it short and dropped. So it looks like I'm going to guess punt. You never know. When they're close to the 50-yard line, high school sometimes will still go, but I think punting team is coming out.
Yeah, that pass was a little behind the receiver with Bryce Perkins almost with the interception.
Yeah, I was just ready to say intercepted and it hit the ground. I was all prepared.
Jansen Smith's the deep back for Miami Trace on this punt.
We only got one back there. No mid player back there. Got 3 blocking for the punter.
Trace is more in a prevent just in case it's not a real punt.
No big rush. High punt.
Fair catch.
High punt. Whoa,
Nice
man. Dangerous catch, but he got it. Number 80.
That's Jansen Smith.
Jansen Smith caught it as he caught it was falling down, and that was a dangerous catch, but at least he did get it. Didn't let it bounce further down the line. So Trace will be starting off at the 23-yard line. Okay. We'll have in the backfield Robinette, Baker. Let's see if there's anybody else. Nope, Robinette and Baker are the ones in the backfield. Or is that Enix?
No, it's Baker.
Okay. Going outside the left side. Going out, yeah, as he went out, I could see the 3. When he was back there, it looked like a 5, and there is no 5, so I figured maybe it was 6. Like I said, I am not good at, with this son, I'm not good at reading their numbers this far away right now. I need one of those little things that you can read farther away. I was going to buy one, and they didn't buy one this year. I need to do it. All right. Trey Robinette and Julian Baker in the backfield. Needing about 6 yards, maybe 5 or 6. Handoff coming around. Nice jump. And he's going to be close. It may be a hair shy, but it's going to be close. Nope, they're giving it to him. Okay. With the marker off the end line, it's kind of hard to say where exactly that was.
Yeah, the quarterback-running back exchange right there was a little muffed. They ran into each other. They little bobble by Baker, but he was able to secure it and get enough for the first down.
Yeah, he's a good enough runner. He can break that 1 or 2 first tackles sometimes. Okay. Going to the left, looking, throwing downfield deep, and he overthrows the receiver. I couldn't see who that was.
That was Austin Brown.
Brown.
Austin stopped at his route there and then picked it back up. If he doesn't do that and keeps running, that ball's probably right in his
lap. Oh, yeah. Because he just overthrew him about a yard and a half, and that little hitch was enough to slow that down. Ten seconds left on the play clock. 7:41 left to go in the quarter. Had a whistle. Delay game?
Yep, delay game.
Yep. I was thinking I didn't see anybody move, so I figured that had to be the only thing. So, shooting themselves in the foot again.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. I mean, with their running game and good passing game, they can get through this pretty quick if they take their time. Don't panic. Don't try to get it all back in this one play. Fake the handoff, throws up the middle, and that was to Enix. He catches the ball, and he has a first down, I believe. But if not, it's going to
mark him just short.
I was going to say, if not, it's a half yard short. Last time I thought he was a half yard short. They gave it to him. So this time, as I was saying that, I think, oh, they're going to give it to him again. No, he's just a hair shy. Got to get to the 42, and he made it to the 41.5.
With them spread out, the defense, that quick hitter up the middle is a nice play to run against that defense.
Right. Small. That line is small right up the middle. And he goes almost to the first guy, but he got back to where he was. No gain. I would say I could see Trace going for it right here. What do you think?
4th down. Looks like they're bringing out the punt team.
Yep. I was thinking before I saw those guys running that, you're only needing this far. I thought maybe they might try. And he went right up the gut, and they seemed to beat him off the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be a try and draw
yeah,
them off
because
here.
you have the quarter. Yeah, see, the quarterback and the punter are the same person. Now, delay a game. That may have not
tried
been.
to draw them off sides, get the free first down.
I thought I could see him almost doing it the opposite, going back into the punt formation, running up, getting under center, and quarterback doing a drive to get to 1 yard. They might have made it that way. But Robinette is back. Kick is up again, another low drive, picked up about the 27, 28, going around the right side, going up, and gets knocked out prior to the 50-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. They'll mark him out about the 47-yard line.
Right now, both teams looking like this is the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Both sides a little out of sync. Just timing's not there right now.
Don't want to try too much because, like you said, you're not practiced a lot yet. Get that sync in line before you do too much. Just feeling each other out at this point. Again, they're starting off at the 47, which is close to where they were last time. I think last time they were 41. And here goes, going to hand off, going up the middle, and he's hit immediately, and they lost about 4 yards on that play.
Adam Guthrie just knifed right through the line. I don't even know if anybody got a hand on him whatsoever.
I mean, he
almost took the handoff.
Oh, he did. He was back there quick. The running back turned around, and Guthrie was right there. Surprise. There they go back. 2nd and 14. 2 in the backfield. Man in motion, number 3. He's looking left, throwing down. One is wide open. Catches it. And in the end zone. There was nobody within 8 yards of the receiver. And that was Mason Pollard with the catch. He's a senior, 5'11", 165. And he was behind everybody. Nobody went with him.
Just like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, that's what they're going to try and do. Spread you out, they line everybody
and
up real tight
deep
at the line, and then everyone just takes off in another direction and tries to make confusion in the secondary, and that's exactly what happened.
The receiver he just slowed down and waited on that pass to come in, and he was still going in stride. Caught it and went on. Somebody for Trace is down on the field. Might be cramping because it looks like they're picking their legs up.
I think it's number 15, Jaden Jones, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Jaden
is.
Jones. And he's limping a little bit. I think he's just cramping up right now myself. It's a warm night. Yeah, it's hard to see it this quick into a game, but, I mean, he was he could have twisted something, but the way they were putting the legs up, that's usually a sign of cramping. Walking him over to the side. My Maryland fan again. I don't know who it is. It says Maryland. I mean, I know it's scam, but what scam? I have no idea. All right, they're lining up to kick. It's number 14, Briar Barch. And he kicks it through. I mean, they got Abby Green, 30, marked as a kicker, but that must be a female. And that must be her thing. She's a senior, but so far they've had other players go out and do the kicking, kickoff, and the extra point. So let's see. Looks like it's going to be Hunter Hawk again, H-A-U-C-K, and that's who kicked off originally. So Hunter looks like to be the kickoff. And Barch was the extra point.
Perkins and Austin Brown are back again to receive the kick.
Yeah, Trace comes out, loses this game, they're not going to be happy. So they need to fire back right now. Don't want to get in the hole in the first half. But again, don't panic and don't overdo real quick. Just do your game and get back in here. All right, here we go. Hunter getting ready to do the kickoff. Again, another high kick to the left side of the field. Caught going up the field. Is that Brown again?
Yes.
Going out around the 30. Let's see where they mark it.
Yep, right past the 30.
Yep. They're going to mark it on the 30.
Now it looks like they backed him up to the 30.
All right. Trace can go from 30 to about midfield, and that seems to be
That's their breaking point at this moment.
I'm not sure if they got over the 50. They got to the 45 or around that last time one time. So let's see if they can get it down the field this time. Again, handoff in the backfield. I think was this the Enix?
No, that was Colgrove. Enix lined up at tight end.
I didn't see it. Okay. Colgrove with that run. I just knew it wasn't Baker. I saw Baker coming this way
Yeah, Colgrove lined up as a fullback. Again, looks like he's going to line up in that same spot.
Same spot.
Enix is lined up at tight end.
He's a little bigger boy behind the quarterback. And we got a timeout on the field or referee's timeout? Referee's calling timeout. There's 5:13 left to go in the quarter. Does their clock not equal what the clock on the – they keep looking back at the scoreboard, the reason I'm saying that.
Well, somehow the kickoff in one play took 6 seconds. So that's probably not correct.
Well, even the score clock people have first game. I always tell people when I'm refereeing on my first game of the season, if something, I always go, hey, guys, this is my first game too, you know. He's explaining to the coach, they didn't change the clock. Or at least haven't changed it yet. It's still saying 5:12. But the referees are still staring at the score clock. 5:05. All right, they changed the clock. Here we go. Okay, we got second down and 8. Handoff, going up the middle, getting hit, and brought down was Evan Colgrove. So he got, I don't know, maybe 3 yards on that play. Marked at the 34.
So
Got to get to the 40, so it's still 3rd and 6.
Waverly still in their base defense with 2 safeties back. So this is a defense that you're supposed to be able to run against. So.
Well, they brought those young guys up that are big, and maybe they've been doing their job so far. Low snap again. Comes, throws, caught, goes down and did not make it. Got down to the 39. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down. Now, is Trace going to say, hey, we got to do something and we can get a yard, or are they going to punt it? So far, I see them on the field. I don't see the punting group coming out. Looks like they're going to go for it. Will it be straight up the middle, or will it be a fake handoff up the middle and the quarterback keeping it behind them? We'll see what happens here. Or are they going to give it to the fullback, second man through? Giving it to the second man, Colgrove, and he's right at the 40.
Yeah, so that'll give him the first down.
I think they've gave him the 40, so I think that'll be the first down. No flags.
First down.
All right, so if they get another first down, they'll do the first of the first quarter, and that is got over the 50.
Yeah.
Well, so far, Trace has been showing them nothing but a main running game, short passing, if not something's not there, and running game.
Yeah.
Will they open it up and
4 wide here with this set with Baker in the backfield.
fake the handoff, looking deep, throws, got hit as he threw the ball, and no flags I see coming down anywhere. I see the yellow on the field. I want to make sure, because Trace has yellow on the field in a few places, make sure it's not a flag, and I just didn't notice it. Yeah, if he didn't get rid of that ball, he was getting hit as he was, so.
Yeah, his intended receiver right there got held up. He was trying to break toward the sideline and ran right into the defender. He couldn't get back to the ball.
Okay, 2nd and 10. Handoff going around the left side and gets uprooted with a 1-yard gain by Austin Brown. He's the one that's brought back a couple of the running backs. Run backs, not running backs, the run backs. All right. 3rd down, still 9 yards. Got to get to the 50. They've not been to the 50 yet today. Fakes the handoff, throws up the middle. Was that caught?
Yes.
Yes. That's going to be a first down. Boy, he got it by a yard, I tell you. That was a bullet up the middle.
Yeah, he caught that one twice.
Yeah. Well, there were 2 guys there. At first, I couldn't tell which one was going to. All right, so they've got over the 50. They're the 49 of the Tigers. Handoff quick and got hit quick. Oh, pitched out, fumbled on the field, and they just marked the fumble. It wasn't a flag, just marking it, and it looks like it's still Trace ball, but they've lost a yard on the play.
So Trey fakes handoff as a read option. He faked the inside handoff, and he goes around the side. He's getting ready to get hit, so he pitches it to Baker, and the pitch goes wide and sails out of bounds.
Yeah, he was a little behind Baker on the pitch. You know, these are things that it's going to take a game or so to get that timing down better. Okay, we got 2 in the backfield. We still got Colgrove and Baker in the backfield. We got Colgrove going up the middle, cutting to the right side.
That's Baker.
Or is that Baker? Baker, excuse me. I thought it looked too tall for Baker. Baker. I thought I had too much speed for Colgrove, and I thought it was too tall for Baker. He got all the way down to the 33-yard line. That was the best play of the game for Trace to this point. At least we got the sun out of our eyes now.
Yeah, pick up around 14 or 15 yards on a nice cutback against the grain on that run.
Looks like about 17-yard gain because the ball was right on the 50. Pitch out. Going around, gets knocked over, and he got about to the 24 to the 23. Let's see where they mark it. That run was by Colgrove.
Like a gain of 8 on that play.
Need 2 more. And that was an 18-yard run earlier, not 17 like I said, on that previous run. Okay, hitting Austin coming around the right side. He's breaking the corner. He's going down, and it gets pushed out just shy of the goal line. They're going to mark him at the 2. Julian Baker made it down to the 2-yard line, so it's going to be first down, goal to go from the 2. So Trace is answering. I mean, it wasn't an easy answer, but they've answered, and they're back coming to the 2. If they score, they've evened this back up again.
With 1 second remaining in this first quarter.
1 second. All right, we're lined up. Again, Colgrove and Baker. No, Colgrove and.
That's Weston Dawes, that fullback. Number 44.
44. I knew there was 4. I couldn't tell what the other 4 was. All right. Weston Dawes is in the backfield with Colgrove. Was Baker out wide, or was he just out for this play?
He was out for this play. Timeout, Miami Trace.
Timeout. 1 second on the clock.
First and goal from 2, Joe. I'm guessing run.
Well, I'm guessing run. My question was, is it going to be one of the running backs, or is the quarterback himself going to take this play?
So they got their short yardage offense in with
Is Dawes back there still? Yeah, he's up.
lined
He's
up
blocked.
right beside the center.
Yeah, he's back. That's why I'm thinking I can see him blocking and the quarterback just following him. But it could be Brown. Again, following the ball. Oh, he got hit. Is he getting pushed
He kept
in?
running.
Got
He got
in. Scores.
Good second effort.
Just
by Colgrove.
as the quarter ends. Evan Colgrove. And he was stopped on the first.
Initially, he was.
First initial, he was stopped, but he kept fighting and got in and just enough to get a score. So now we're going to go for the extra point. Brown holding the ball. High snap, gets it down, looks like it's split, and it's good. We have a tie game at the end of 1. Miami Trace 7. And the Waverly Tigers 7. And we'll take a break and be right back with you.
Whoever. Cody and Sean. Come on, Joe. You want me to come over there and help you?
Knee would not push.
You want to do play-by-play?
Yeah.
All right, so who's doing play-by-play? Okay, all right.
What do you mean asking? You told him. Here's who's doing play-by, but
Who's going to do play-by-play?
All right.
they want to. I said no.
What will they replace him with?
That's what I'm worried. I don't know what they'll replace it with.
Well, you can't have my knees.
All right. I'll try to.
It's like Trace finally woke up a little bit there.
try to help
A little
him
bit.
out.
After a slow start, they
Watch numbers.
had some nice runs there at late in that first quarter. So Trace will be kicking off to start this second quarter to Waverly.
You got to get those first game jitters out of the way.
Absolutely.
Some penalties and miscues. That that happens.
That's what I'm trying, but I can't read. But 44 looks like back on the other side.
Miami Trace is in the black, Joe.
I'm
Waverly's
talking
in
about
the
the
orange.
guys running the ball back. Looks like 44 and
Cameron
30
Morton
something.
sets up the ball. He'll be doing the place kicking here for this kickoff. And here we go.
Little boots kick.
Little pooch kick to the 40, picked up by Waverly.
It's like
Malachi Jones,
Yep.
first one there, and then his group of friends piling on.
I'm not in favor of that little kick right there. You're giving them automatically great field position. Are you afraid of the running backs that bad that you don't kick to them?
So Waverly will start on the 44. Their first possession here in the second quarter.
They've already shown they can
See if
throw
Waverly goes back to that passing attack there. The first quarter on their touchdown scoring drive had Trace a little confused there in the secondary.
Yeah, they were bunched up, and then they sent guys in 3 different directions, and the secondary didn't know who was picking up who, and we forgot one. Looks like they're in that same bunch format. Let's see what they do out of it. Got motion left, handoff, backfield, off tackle for no gain.
It was a good fill there by number 44, Weston Dawes.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
Waverly's kind of setting this bunch set here, spreading out a little bit on this play.
Yep, Waverly spread out a little bit. One in the backfield, an H-back. Pistol formation. Snaps back, looks to pass. Going deep again. 2-man coverage. And he makes a nice
Got
catch.
a flag down here. Looks like Smith may have been just a tad bit early.
Oh, we got a flag.
Oh, we got a holding here.
Yeah,
Holding on
the
Trace,
deck, and
yeah.
so
when he went by
that'll
right
be
there.
declined. They'll
I
take
saw
the
that.
play.
As he went by him, he grabbed his jersey.
So it'll be first down after another big play in the passing game. for
Waverly
the
has some
Waverly
speed
Tigers.
on the outside.
Yeah, they've had speed the last 3 or 4 years, and that's what they like to do.
Oh, they're adding the penalty onto the play?
Well, yeah, if it's against Trace.
Well, usually you take
Yeah.
the play or you take the penalty. He took both.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 22 of Miami Trace as Waverly sets up. Motion right.
Play
Back to
action.
pass again. Over the middle. It's open for another touchdown.
That was too simple.
Waverly's receivers are able to get behind our defensive backs a little too easy right now.
Yeah, they're not. The separation is
Well, on the play action pass, they're probably getting us to bite a little bit. But that's when you got to read your keys. Keep your eyes on the end man of the line of scrimmage and trust your technique. But first game, we'll figure it out, right?
so Waverly will set up for the extra point. Hunter Houck. Trace getting their team on late. Snaps back's good. Kick is up, and it is also good. So Waverly, after the Trace touchdown, comes right back down. 4 plays for the touchdown. Waverly 14, Miami Trace 7. 11 minutes exactly on the clock left to go here in this second quarter.
It's like Waverly found a little bit of a formula here. We got a lot of skilled guys in that secondary. They'll figure it out.
That offensive drive for Waverly took exactly 1 minute of game time.
Just like you said in the beginning, score fast, right?
That's right.
I don't know if the defensive guys will like that too much.
No.
Get 2 seconds. not enough of a water break. It cooled off a little bit, though, this evening, so. I remember the days, these August games are brutal in the beginning.
Trace's players running back to get in their formation as they set up on the wrong end of the field there. So Hunter Hawk gets the ball back from the referee and placed down, so he'll get ready to kick this off yet again.
Perkins and Brown. Looks to see a good return here.
Yeah.
Set the offense up, keep that momentum rolling on the offensive
so far
side.
each return has made it to the 30, and that's as far as they've got.
Going back to Brown.
Oh.
Gage
Henry. Right at that 30-yard line again.
Anytime you get past the 25, that's pretty decent field position to start your drive.
So they're going to mark him on the 29 to start this drive.
Look for Coach Williams to start opening that playbook a little bit more. Looks like his guys really settled in that last drive, that last scoring drive, and got things moving in the right direction.
Was able to stay on some more blocks a little longer, make some bigger holes for those running backs. Maybe that'll allow Trey a little more time to get the ball out of his hands too. Snaps back. Keeper. Trey turns it up. It looks like he'll get about 5 yards on the play.
I'd say about 5.
It's a good read by Trey to keep that ball and get upfield. Nice play fake there. Evan Colgrove really sold that fake.
He did. Sold her really good.
So they give him 6, a nice gain of 6 yards on that option read keeper by Trey Robinette. Split formation. Low snap.
Baker.
Off to Baker. Right side.
Oh,
no.
Lost his own balance.
Turf monster got him there a little bit.
Put a hit, and there was nobody to hit.
They're going to mark him down to 49.
He put his hand down. I didn't think he'd need
Nice
that.
stutter step to the left to get Baker got himself free to get to that corner.
Looks like Guthrie ended up on the whole other side of the field there. He must have drove his guy clear across there. Helps when you're 6'7" and 280. A pretty clean game by the offensive lineman tonight.
Same formation, split backfield. Robinette in the middle. Handoff, inside handoff to Colgrove. He got tripped up right at the 50.
Oh,
And that's where they're marking.
I think Trey would have, if he kept that, I think he'd have had opening on this side.
Gain of 1 here, 2nd and 9. Waverly staying with that base defense. They got a single safety back. Rotating with the double split on the right side for Miami Trace. Double split backfield. Snap. Inside to Colgrove again. Nice little cut back to the right. And he's going to pick up about, 7 there.
Got a big pile of linemen there in the middle of the field.
Knocking down to the 44.
Help give Colgrove some room there. Evan runs the ball really hard. He's a good complement to Julian, who's more of a shifty back. Evan will get, north and south, put his shoulder down, and make a cut. A two-headed monster there.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. Offset I to the right of Robinette. 2 split on the left. Giving the ball to Baker. He gets up the
behind
middle.
his guys.
Straight up the middle.
Great
Still
run.
plowing. He'll have enough for the first down plus 5.
Flag back here.
Could be holding.
Flag on the play.
Probably coming back.
No, false start.
Somebody coming out in motion probably cut it up too soon.
So a good run by Baker there, and his offensive line kind of set up a wall. He just got behind there and just kept chugging along.
Now it's going to be 3rd and long.
So that'll bring the ball back. It'll be 3rd and 8.5 ish.
Be at least, 8
Trace will be
yards.
substituting. Looks like this is a pass play package.
Sky Salyer's into the game, standing 6'3".
We got under 10 to go to snap this ball. We got trips on the right, single coverage over here on the left. Pass completed, but only for a gain of 1 yard.
Good defense by Waverly there.
So it'll be 4th and about 6.
Punt team coming out.
Well, he moved back a little bit. 4th and 7.
4th and 7. So Trey sets up, has to go with it. Now they'll jump back into punt formation.
Oh, I got a player to jump up.
Snaps back. Punt is
Good
off
punt by
to the
Robinette.
right
Going to get a
side.
roll here. Get in front of it.
That ball will roll inside the 5 and
It's still going.
At least to the 3.
down on the 2.5 yard line.
Trey can punt.
They're going to mark it down 2-yard line.
I think back to a couple years ago, Weston Melvin,
But when you got a team that
when
can
he was the
pass,
quarterback, he was able to figure out the punting skills because Coach William runs a different style of punting game with using his quarterback in the shift.
you need to get some pressure on that.
Thought he might drew an offside there. Player on the far side of Waverly kind of jumped but got back in time. That's where discipline comes in on the defensive side and the special team side.
7:08 here left in the second quarter. Waverly ball on the 2 yard line. They set up 3 wide on the right, 1 in the backfield.
See if Coach Anders draws up a little bit of a blitz here.
Motion left. That'll split him out a little more. 10 on the clock. Snap is back. He's
Pass.
going to pass out of the end zone, and that is incomplete on the sideline.
But a little too much mustard on that one, I think.
Intended for Barch. Just a little too high for him to get the ball in and the feet down, so it scampered out of bounds. First ball Mason Kelly has been off on this evening. Same formation as last set. Empty backfield. Motion left.
Going back.
Inside handoff on the motion. Jet sweep.
Good
Missed
cut.
tackle. Looks like he picks up about get enough for the first down. Yep, got 10 on the play.
A little bit of an over pursuit there by the Trace defender.
I think it's just their shoes I saw. I don't see a flag.
So
Carroll was able to get his foot in the ground and make a cut.
it'll be first down from the 14-yard line of Waverly. Back to that bunch set. This is the formation where they went deep out of.
Another play fake.
Play action.
Smith gets depth this time. He's got all the time in the world.
And had nice coverage on the defense that time. Nobody really open to throw it to. Incomplete.
Safeties were able to get some depth on that play. Keep everything in front. It's a good job by Jansen Smith there. Kelly was looking for that tight end going straight up the field.
Two wide receivers out left, one in the backfield, one right. Motion left. Back to the backfield.
Little
Fake
read
handoff,
option.
read option, flip. Nice
Cooper
tackle
Enix.
by Enix. That'll be a loss of 1.
Nice defense on that play. Covered every option.
Everyone on the defense did their job and
Yep.
stayed home on that misdirection
Quarterback
play.
and pitch man were both taken care of. That's the key to defend the option.
3rd and 12. Big stop here for Miami Trace if they can get one.
Now make them punt for the end zone.
Motion to the right.
Going back
Short
to the
motion.
switch.
Back over. Rotation out of the pocket.
Nice.
Incomplete pass.
Nice. Got there about the same time the ball did. So
No flags on the play. It'll be 4th and 12.
is that Jansen Smith
Do
again?
you think they'll go for it?
Got a shot.
That's why you got fired, Joe.
Huh?
You went for this a play just like that, you got fired.
Hey, didn't Michigan State go for it like this?
Yeah, but they were down by 50 to the Buckeyes. So
Oh,
So
Colgrove back deep for the Panthers. It might have been a personnel issue there for a second.
Yeah,
I was over here counting.
we're counting black shirts.
Low punt, short punt, get away.
And that'll trickle out of bounds around the 43-yard line. So
Good field
Trace
position.
in plus field position to start this drive. 5:33 left.
Got plenty of time to draw something up here.
oh yeah.
If I'm Trace, I'm probably thinking I'm going to use most of that 5:33 there.
What were they talking about?
I look for them to do a lot of running right here. To eat up a lot of
What are the
clock.
Zebras talking about?
Hopefully score and tie the game up going into halftime.
You got to remember, Rick, it's their first game too of the year. They got a few scrimmages under their belt, but this is their first live game of the year too. Everybody gets a pass today.
So Trace lines up to the right, to the left, single back with Baker, right behind Robinette. Snap is good.
Going in the
Robinette
air.
rolls to the right. Pass over to Enix, makes the catch and out of bounds.
37-yard line.
Nice quick out there by Cooper Enix. That's his third or fourth reception of the day. Got him down for 3.
Yeah.
And about, what, 6 yards on that play?
Tell you what, if Robinette can get into a rhythm, we saw it a little bit last year. He can really spread the ball out, and he's got a really good arm.
Same formation, 2 and 2 and 1. Hand off to Baker this time. Little jump stop.
Keep the feet moving.
Got grabbed by the arm. Almost lost the ball. Looks like he picked up about 1. That's Baker's first carry of the second quarter. Now we got a late
We got a
flag. Oh,
A sideline.
sideline
Yeah.
warning on Waverly. So
The Waverly faithful definitely did not like that one. Of course, you got Coach Williams standing up by the numbers, and they just got Coach Crabtree for standing in the white.
So it'll be 3rd and 1. Baker actually got 3 yards on that play.
Fans are kind of crotchety.
Single set. Give to Baker again.
Good penetration there by number 10?
Yes.
Hunter Hawk.
Trey's got to keep that once in a while. Just
So no gain on the play. That handoff just took too long to develop.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the snap count was not on everybody's sheet right there. So a big 4th and 1 here for Miami Trace from the 34-yard line.
Looks like they're going to go for it here. It's the time to do it. Coach Williams going to call a timeout.
With 5 seconds to go on the play clock, Miami Trace opts to take the timeout.
Probably try and do a hard count. Quick hitting run.
May want to adjust some players, get Dawes in there to be a lead blocker maybe.
See Evan Mullet coming in, bigger body. I'll say this, keep an eye on number 6, Cooper Enix. Really good out of that slot position. See a lot of quick hitting passes to him in big situations. Coach Williams likes to draw you in with his runs, and he'll utilize his slot when he thinks that he's got you asleep. And more often than not, it works. I love the way he designed this offense.
It's easy to see here in this first half that Cooper Enix is playing that role that Garrett Guest played last year in that spot. So you never know where he's going to line up. You always got to know where he's going to line up if you're the defense.
He's a guy that you got to keep an eye on, which helps other players too, especially a guy like Julian Baker, because you got to keep him on your radar. And then you got a guy like Cooper Enix on the outside. It's almost he's making you pick your poison in that sense. And we're going with a heavy front here. But see here, they
brought in Jones to play the fullback spot.
Shadowing Enix here.
And big haul up the middle, and they'll pick up the first down.
All the way up to the 29.
And Enix is kind of in that Ironman role too. He played every down of the defense last series.
If you get behind Guthrie, you know you're going to get 2 or 3 yards probably.
It's not a bad guy to get up behind when you're trying to run the football.
Then if you get to the right, you might gain 4 or 5
Jaden Jones, who was down earlier with that injury, he's back in at the fullback spot. Low snap and blown whistle with the yellow hanky.
Another
False
penalty.
Start.
False start.
They need to work on the snapper because he's a hiker. Because his are constantly going at the quarterback's feet.
The yellow hanky from the referees is slowly becoming the leading ground gainer for the Miami Trace Panthers here so far this first half. Same setup, single back, jumbo formation.
Again,
another
got him again. Yep.
Another false start.
Whoever did it, the referee even did a. Are you kidding me? You're doing this.
It could be.
You're doing it again.
It could be. Trey's. We do a snap down, right? He claps his hands. The lineman got to get their hand down. It could be where Trey's saying go before everyone's hands down, but it's designed to be quick. So sometimes you do get this.
So after picking up that critical first down on 4th down, we are now looking at 1st and 20.
Yeah.
Here.
Watch a little closer here, see if that's.
Same formation. Let's see if third time's a charm. Single form back, Baker in the backfield. Got it. Now they went the wrong way.
Oh boy. Oh, wide
open.
Cooper Enix.
Broken play.
So
That may have been by design.
Maybe a little bit.
either Trey turned the wrong way or Baker ran the wrong way. Either way, the play action worked. They left Enix wide open on the right side of the field.
I was looking for him to take off because he could have went 10, 15 yards, and then all of a sudden.
That's one of those situations. If you're Trey, you're like, he is wide. There's nobody there, and
that's the hardest throw to
make.
make.
It is, and it's the hardest catch to make too.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I've seen that so many times where a guy's running by himself or standing by himself, and it's almost like they can't believe it and try to run before they catch the ball and they drop it.
In your mind, I can't drop this. I cannot drop this.
Nonetheless, good play by the Panthers, making essentially something out of nothing. Chewed up a good bit of that 5 minutes here. I'd like to see him get it inside of 3 minutes before they punch it in, but
Panthers have it to start the second half.
they do.
3:33 remaining here in the second. Trace with the ball, first down from the 4. So they'll get 4 cracks at it here to get this thing in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Set it down. Trace needs to tie this game before it happens.
Yep. Looks like they gave Enix a breather. Oh, nope, he's on the other side. They flipped him over.
All right, let's get it in.
Hand off to Baker to the
Baker
right
slipped
side.
a little bit there. He's kind of, he slipped a couple times tonight.
Might want to go to a different cleat at halftime.
Maybe.
Dawes coming in to replace Jones as fullback. So Baker picks up 2 on that play. Second down and 2.
They must have
Clock's
fired up
still
the
running.
grill over here next to
Yeah,
us because I'm
it's-
starting to smell the Panther burgers rolling. Yeah, it's about that time.
Single back.
Man,
Hand off to Baker, and he
got
gets
in. Got up behind number 55, Matthew Barnard, who's a freshman, standing 6'4". They don't have his weight on here, but I bet he's north of 220. That's a pretty big boy for a freshman, but
So Trace will line up for the point after to try and tie this game up at 14 with 2:51 remaining here in the second.
Morrison in the kick.
Levi Morrison. Cody, can you see who's holding this?
It's Austin Brown holding.
The kick is up, and it is
Good.
good.
Snuck it in.
Snuck it in the left upright to tie this ball game up.
You know, with all the adversity they just faced there, the 4 penalties in a row, the broken play for a big gainer, you know, way to finish the drive. Got it inside 3 minutes. Now the defense got to step up here. Coach Williams still has he has 1 timeout left, so he could utilize it and get the ball back and potentially punch in another score before halftime here.
Teams could have crumbled with all that happened.
Sure.
Waverly has 2 timeouts remaining if they need them, but the way they run their offense, if they have to use timeouts, they're not doing something right.
No.
And I tell you what, Trey did a good job on the broken play to look downfield.
He did.
I mean, most quarterbacks would have just took it and took off because of broken play.
You did see him pause for a moment like, Phoenix is wide open. Do I throw it to him? Nonetheless, a good play.
So Cam Morton will be doing the kicking once again for Miami Trace.
I got to talk to Cam after this and ask him how he got into this position of kicking the football. It kind of reminds you of the old days in the Conroy era. They had the kicking boot. They had a special shoe for
Right.
linemen
The square
and
toe.
square
when we
toe,
played.
and they would boot that ball. I mean, it would just be like a regular kickoff.
It's
and-
very rare that you have your center is also your kickoff
yeah,
man.
right.
He's still in the
I
center.
don't even know if they make the square toe shoe anymore.
Probably not.
Because they were
A low liner. It'll hit around the 25. Picked up. Return.
Oh, he's got a
good
crease.
return.
He's got a crease.
He's open. Brown, the only one left to get
Come on,
him.
Brownie.
And
Got
he got
him.
him.
He did his job.
Brown running down around the 25-yard line.
Went from the 20 to the other 25.
Brown kind of acts as a safety on the kickoff team for just that
55-yard
reason.
run there.
That was a good pursuit angle by him. I bet Coach Anders will love that on film tomorrow morning. He's a big guy on running pursuit drills throughout the week. I don't know if the kids like it, but it works.
So Waverly has set them up and set themselves up in a good spot here with 2:42 remaining till half. First and
Look for a
10
play
from
action
the 25. Single set in the back. Motion right. Snap is good. Handoff left side. And he's
Nice
stopped.
job by Cooper Hicks there.
Ball stayed in, clock running.
He stayed home and was able to make looks like on a gain of 3 yards, 4 yards maybe. It's a good job.
So 2nd and 7 here for Waverly. Nice play by Hicks. Waverly still goes back to this bunch formation. Make sure everyone covers their area. Single set, motion right.
Play action
Play
pass, going right back to it.
He got flushed, flicks it wide
By
open
himself.
receiver.
Oh, no. Yeah. Wrong call. I thought that was defense the way he was playing.
So
That was nobody
first down
around
on the
yet.
completion down to the 5-yard line.
That bunch formation will create some natural picks. You got guys running across the middle of the field, and someone is going to end up being wide open. Just happened the quarterback, Kelly, was flushed out to that side, and his guy was standing right there by himself.
There
So
was nobody around here.
So
And
Waverly sends 2 to the right, single set back, 1 stand up tight end to the left. Snap is back, he's rolling right, looks back
gotta
left.
close.
He's being scrambled around and he throws it out of the back of
Good
the end
coverage
zone.
there by Evan Mullet. Kelly had number 3 here in the slot. He had some pretty good separation on Smith there. They may try to go back to that one.
So again, Waverly in the no huddle. 3 cent wide to the right, single back.
Looks like Trace is transitioning into man coverage here.
Short motion left. Handoff. The right side. Got free
Jones
to
just
the
messed him.
outside.
Good job by Smith by filling that alley.
Still on the 5. Stop for no gain.
So we got second down here.
It looks like he might have lost a yard. Looked like we're on the
Third
6.
down.
Third
Yep.
and 6. From the 6.
Once Smith recognized that run coming to his side, he shot the alley, had a great angle, was able to trip him up.
Looks like Waverly might be using a timeout here.
I'm going to try to drain the clock. Score before half and then come out and get the ball back.
He's going to wait until it goes down and call time.
Yeah. I will say, though, any time on the clock with Trace's offense and the guys that they have there's still potential there.
Trace's defense right now hoping to settle to
Yeah.
make Waverly go for
A field goal,
a field goal
yeah.
here. Would be a huge win for the defense after that run back to start this drive.
Especially since they have the ball. Second half.
Got a chance to check some scores yet from around the area. I know Courthouse was up at London tonight. Looks like Courthouse is down right now 30-0. Chillicothe was playing Bloom Carroll. Jackson, I think, was at Logan tonight, and then Adina and McLean, and Hillsborough and Western Brown. So we'll have to get some scores together here for you guys that are listening.
That Courthouse score brought to you by Coach Ben Ackley. We appreciate the assistance on that.
What's he doing over there?
Okay, here we go. Waverly set up here in this 3rd and goal to go from the 6. 2 spread out wide left, 1 out wide right, and 1 single back with an H-back. He looking left to throw,
Pick
back to
play,
the
and they
right
picked
side.
themselves.
And he's scrambling, hard throw in, and
He got it.
in.
He got it. He was able to slip it in there between the defenders. Smith had him wrapped up, but I think that number 11 was able to reach the ball out before he was out of bounds and get the touchdown.
Sawyer Myers with the reception and the touchdown for Waverly. That'll put the Tigers up 20-14 with the point after to come.
Who said 3 scores?
Hey, it's still early, right? Halftime adjustments will be made. That was a good play by Waverly. They had my attention up top there. They were running a scissors route, and both the receivers ran into each other.
So the extra point is good. That'll put Waverly up 21-14 here in the second with 48 seconds left to go till halftime.
Got another score update for you. In the Frontier Athletic Conference, we got Chillicothe down right now to Bloom Carroll, 24-0. Bloom Carroll's got a machine going over there. It's a very solid team year in, year out.
Do you see them trying to go deep on a couple plays, or do you think they'll just run the clock out?
So it all depend on where the return goes here on the kickoff. I'd like to see him get it up past the 30 this time, get into that 45-50 range.
Many of our runners tonight seem like before they're touched are falling down. You know, they're losing balance, they're slipping on something, or getting their head ahead of
It's those banana peels out on the field.
Yeah, seems like it.
Joe, you left too many banana peels out there.
I've seen on the run backs, and I've seen on the running up the middle. I've seen, runners run, falling down before they're tackled.
So Perkins and Brown back deep again for Miami Trace. With Hayden Brown and Gage Henry in front of them. Houck sets the ball up on the tee for the kickoff. with a reminder that Waverly will get the ball to start the second half.
We don't have a score for Jackson.
I believe Jackson's at Ironton tonight, aren't they?
They're at
they
Logan.
home? Oh, Logan.
Looks like Gage Henry again.
Got a
Oh,
nice
got him a
run.
hole.
Oh,
Okay.
And
Got him in past the 40. Let's see what Coach Williams draws up here. He's got Gage Stuckey, Sky Salyers, Cooper Enix.
I say try for something. You're
Could potentially be drawing up something to drive here.
so return back to the 43 by Gage Henry. Clearly the best return Trace has had tonight, and come at the time that they needed a good return.
Set him up here. At minimum, you're probably thinking field goal here. Get in field goal range. Morrison's got a decent leg.
So Stuckey, Enix, and Brown wide right.
Salyers, they're giving Salyers a lot there. Roll out. Hits Brown right there at the 50. Clock running, hurrying up.
So second down and 2.
You gotta get him set.
Snap back, roll out right, another pass, and that is
Good
caught.
catch by number 2, Gage Stuckey there.
And
not only a first down, but stops the clock.
It does stop the clock. 16 seconds left here. So you got a chance to work the sideline maybe 2 more times to get closer if you're wanting to kick a field goal here, or now might be a time to take a quick shot. Started running the clock a little prematurely there.
Coach is asking a question. Oh, clock was running. It was 16
It was.
seconds.
Yeah,
Now
it should be at
12.
16 seconds.
so stoppage in play as they figure out the clock. Okay, clock is back to 16 seconds to go here. First down from the 41-yard line for Miami Trace. Baker single in the back, 2 wide right, 2 wide left for Trace. Snaps, good snap. Pass is complete to Baker.
There we go.
He gets it up the field and out of bounds.
Good play, good play.
Nice play. You got a little lucky to win.
So 8 yards on the play again.
It's a good check down read there by Robinette. Waverly's playing pretty deep in the secondary. Looking to keep everything in front of them and inbounds, keep that clock moving here. I'm going to assume that we're going to take a shot here.
10 seconds
At
remaining
least 2
here.
more if they can.
Trace still with 1 timeout remaining. Snap back is good.
Oh, dropped.
Oh. So
A little extracurricular there in the back.
pass a little
See it.
behind Baker, goes out of bounds. So it'll be third down and 2 with 6 seconds remaining. Regardless, Trace could have enough time for 2 plays here. Just depends on where this one ends up. Snap back is good. Robinette drops back. Throw over the middle.
Salyers, he's got some room.
He's at the 5, and he's out of bounds and out of time at the 5-yard line.
There's a flag on the play, though.
It was a heck of a play. And he had a shot.
So with the flag down, looks like it's going to be on the offense. So that'll end the first half with the score of Miami Trace 14, Waverly Tigers 21 going into the half.
Well, a lot of action going on in the first half. As far as Trace goes, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times. They've showed some sparks of some good stuff, and I think the key here is get in that locker room and really break it down and make some adjustments. And Waverly, if I'm Waverly, I'm just doing what we've been doing. They found a formula to move the football. They've had some quick scores, like you mentioned before. They want to score quick. They want to be, play fast, and they've been able to do that. Kind of gotten Trace out of their rhythm. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second half.
After those initial offensive sets for Waverly, Trace has really done a lot better on that bunch formation.
Yes.
The completions that Waverly has completed has been after the play is broken down and somebody has
losing guys in the mess of things. And when you're in that bunch and they're running all those crossing routes, you know, it's bound to determine somebody's going to get picked, especially if you're sitting in a man coverage. You can lose guys really quickly. The band's coming out to play their halftime show.
And when we return for the third quarter, second half, we'll have Cody and Joe live and in color.
I know Joe seems bored over here. You bored, Joe?
I'm bored.
Well, they've teased me long enough. I'm heading down to get a Panther burger.
All right, so I'm going to put one of these out there so they can hear the bands.
Waverly Marching Tigers. The band opens its first halftime show performing our group Hope Play's first #1 single from 2008. Here is the Grammy Award-winning hit, Viva La Luna.
You hungry? I got mine before the game.
I know. I saw that.
The leading cause of injury for an old man is thinking they're still young men. Yeah, last year they had food over here, so I went there.
Middle school softball one corner, high school softball one corner, and his baseball team. I think there were 2 games.
Mini towels. All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay. My granddaughter was in my ear. Very small girl, 6 years average.
That's tough, yeah. That's hard to do. I think last year was the first week
Who's they? And this one didn't go because his health was so bad. Yeah. He had a stroke.
Just getting shots up all up in the cage, slam.
I go up to where they make the hamburgers and the little old lady that oh yeah, she's and one time I got in line, she goes, she went like this. It was the last time I came. And she went like this and I went over and she goes, you get in line? She went,
I think she's related to
oh really?
Oh, I knew she had a tie.
He was up there a while ago. We were talking. One guy came up, asked something, and he goes, "I'm a nobody." Heck, when I used to work for a t-shirt company that used to go out and sell shirts and stuff. And I was also a referee. I did a lot of their junior high games and stuff around here in their high school. I'd go into Charlie's office sometimes. I'd spend 3 hours. We just go and yes, the guy said it's going to be 3 sports.
Still hurts.
Like cotton candy.
Don't listen to me. I can make predictions.
daughter. Remember that. Might even be better for me. Might even be better, but I think that's the Sunday Ohio State club football 5 week, and therefore I don't have to leave because of company. Tell the boys so. Waverly, and Waverly lost some guys, but right now it's Waverly 21 and Courthouse 14. Or Trace, excuse me. All righty. I watch his dogs when they go to Tennessee on vacation. My son's big into music.
No, yeah, he's going to play up, but I told him, I said, you should play.
Snacks.
Why not? If you're not doing anything on a Wednesday, just jump in and get cuts.
Thank you.
Play there.
Down where? We stood. No, I just got food. That's why I got this, because I didn't want to get food.
Some kids, whenever I went on vacation for 3 days, I get a text message this big. I don't know the lineup is right now. I'm like, I have one. I'm going it off.
I told my daughter, starting in September, I'm really watching my sugar. Starting, because in January, in December, they check my blood sugar, and it goes back December, it goes back November, October, September. So I eat it now, then I start back. See, that's what I had my blood sugar taken in December of last year. It was high. Well, in January and February, even March, I was eating 8 less. Well, at the end of March and all of April, May, and I really started, well, actually all of March. You're hot. You're hot.
Hot mic. Well, I figured I'd get on here and say something now that halftime's winding down, Joe, talking about dogs, and
Well, I tell
you
what, I'd
took
get
2
worried
phone
if
calls.
Rick's looking at you and say, "You're hot." Whoa.
All right, we're winding down here. Both teams coming back onto the field. Getting ready to start the second half action here at Miami Trace.
You're turning my mic down?
It's like Coach Andrews has his linebackers out there on the field talking a little strategy.
Yeah, because it's like their long passes has been working, and you got to do something to nullify that.
Well, we've gotten some pressure, but Kelly has done a really good job of evading that pressure and finding some guys open downfield. And
yeah, the initial pressure has been there.
Yeah.
They're coming at him, but then he goes away, and then now he's picked up 3 or 4 seconds and finds. And there's always and the longer it takes, the more chances the guy getting open. It's hard to stay with a guy that long on defense.
Sure. I don't think it's time to worry because I saw a lot of good things out of Trace, and that's what you got to work out the kinks in the first week of the season. You hope you get it out during the Jamboree scrimmage, but Trace's Jamboree scrimmage was cut short last week. But we had some bad weather run through, some lightning, and I think they only got to play 2 quarters and maybe a couple plays of the third quarter, and then they called it. But there's a lot of veteran leadership over there on that Trace sideline. A lot of guys that's been playing for 3 years.
From what I've seen so far, and Trey being a big boy, some of these handoffs that he gets going around, I look for, if they need to, him to keep and bring it around this side. Then that's going to keep the defense over this side a little bit.
Sure.
When the run looks like it's going that way and he hands off that way every time, eventually keep it, and you're going to have a lot of running.
Yeah.
And then it makes them just play you a little, the whole team a little more upright. You've got to be careful.
Well, Waverly's going to get the ball here to start the second half. A big statement series from the Trace defense to come out, get a stop, and get the ball back to that offense as quick as possible. And I look for them to try to jump on Waverly quick here in the second half.
Right. Well, a quick turnover would help a lot of things. And if you think about it, take 7 points off of Waverly and possibly give it to us or just leave it. That fumble we had at the beginning, no, I take it back. That was not a fumble.
No.
It came back. Nope.
Yep.
I was thinking they scored off that. No, it wasn't. That was called a non-fumble.
I think they've scored off of Trace's, I'll say, mental errors, the multiple penalties, kind of stalled out a couple drives, and Waverly has been able to kind of capitalize off that, which is what you want.
Right.
You want to limit your mistakes and capitalize on the opponent's mistakes every chance you get.
But again, if they're willing to put it in the air, what you've got to do sometimes is put enough pressure on that he throws a bad throw and you can take over.
Yeah. Looks like Levi Morrison's going to do the kicking to start the second half. They were using Cam Morton, the center, as the kicker. I mean, from his extra points, he's got a leg.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure Levi does play some soccer.
He looks like he's a tall boy, so it looks like
Levi is decent size.
He could have some whip into that leg.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets into one. Waverly setting up there on the 20. If he can get into it. Let's see what the young man has here.
Yeah.
See, Levi is a senior this year. Standing 6'2", so yeah, he's a pretty good sized kid.
I mean, he looks so much taller than the other boys on the line on this side especially.
Here we go.
Low.
Line drive. Ooh, almost got him. That created another.
Another. And he missed him.
Bryce Perkins trying to catch him.
Not going to do it.
Not going to get him. Well, that's a way to start
the
second half.
Then he flagged.
I do not see any laundry on the field.
That's totally opposite what they were hoping
yeah,
for.
You definitely did not want that.
You're already 7 points down. You wanted to make them make an error, and the kicker just didn't even.
Well, a lot of it too is when you on your kickoff team, you got to have lane responsibility. Is one of the things that they preach. Any guy that runs outside of his lane, he creates a running lane for the returner.
Correct.
And all it takes is one guy to do it. And you get a key block, and you got a guy running for, the end zone, just like we saw there. Well, looks like Trace is going to get the ball pretty quick here. Just not the way they wanted to.
Not the way they
not
wanted
the way
to,
they wanted to. So I think the biggest thing is when it comes down to Trey, being the senior quarterback, he's got to keep his guys calm. He's got to keep them focused. There's a lot of football left, and he's got to lead. So this possession is huge. Tracy's got to march it down the field and put one in the end zone. And then
they've got a lot of seniors on this team, so to me you got a lot of leaders on this team in a sense.
And there's some juniors on this team that has the experience.
Right.
Maybe some of them play. I know Weston Dawes played his freshman year a little bit. He started it all last year too. So he's got 2 solid years underneath his belt. Connor Napier has been a name that's been in the mix. You got Malachi Jones, who started all year last year. I mean, you do have some new faces too. But I think overall, with the amount of experience you have coming back, these guys got to look at each other and be like, all right, we can't panic. We got to do what we do. And,
I'd be looking for an onside kick right now because I could see them saying, hey, while we got him down, let's
put him away early.
Let's put him away. Do an onside kick, get it back. I'd be really telling my line, be aware.
Hands ready. They've been kicking to Austin Brown each time. Let's see.
Yeah, they have. Almost every kicks went to the right side over here. So let's see if they switch that up any.
And here we go.
Nope, it's coming this way.
To Brown. Brown's a shifty kid and makes a move here.
And he did. Got it
right around the 24-yard line.
34.
Or 34. Sorry, 3 looked like a 2.
All righty.
All right, let's see what Trey Robinette and this Panther offense can do here.
And we're going to let's see what they come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Walker
7,
Gillespie
9,
coming off the
11
field
players.
here, waving his hand. Looks like he may need to come off for a play. Well, he threw it off, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Walker, second-year starter this year too. All right. Got 10 seconds on the play clock here. Trey in the pistol position. Weston Dawes to his left and Julian Baker in the backfield. Looks like we got another false start. I think even the referee is getting annoyed. He's shaking his head.
Oh, I know it. When he throws it, he's shaking his head like, are you guys still doing this?
You're not giving me a chance to give you the benefit of the doubt, which, that's why they're here. They're here to keep the game played within its confines.
And again, I think it is somebody's putting their hand down late or coming up just a hair early.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 1st and 15. Ball on the 29. Trace comes out in the same set, 2 to the top. Trey Robinette in the pistol position. Ball goes to Julian Baker, who gets a few yards here. So ball up to the 30.
Almost 32.
32-yard line.
Down 2 touchdowns.
Still don't think it's a time to panic yet.
But you do need
you
to.
Do need to
you got to make sure they don't score, and you want to stay close enough that when you do start to score, you've got time enough in the game to get your scores. You want to get within at least 1 score, I'd say.
Trace comes out in the same set here. Cooper Enix down here at the bottom of the tight end position beside Guthrie. Bad snap again. And that's been happening all night too.
The whole
low snap.
night. Going right to his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
He was keeping his head up to watch as he reached down for the ball, and he didn't have time to do anything. Once he got a hold of the ball, they were right on top of him. 3rd and 15. They've put themselves in this kind of thing too much in one night.
Someone's got to step up and make a play here. They put Cooper Enix out wide, the top here. Pistol position for Robinette. Good snap there. Drops back to pass. Looking. Evades some pressure.
He's going to run.
Looking downfield here. Cooper Enix with the catch. Looks like they're going to mark him around. I can't
44,
see. I lost him.
39.
Still short. 4th down and roughly 3 or 4 yards there. And you're put Trace in a punt position. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to punt.
I'll say a good job by Trey, keeping his eyes downfield. Cooper Enix working back to the football.
I thought he was going to curl around and just take off and then let the receiver block. He only had 1 player there, and he might have been able to get up to a 1st down.
4th and 5.
They're going for it? No, they're
going to shift. Need a big punt here by Robinette. Pin him deep. Get a stop. Robinette kicks the ball.
It's a little
Nice
higher than
kick.
normal. It's
He's
over his
going to
head.
get a roll. Gotta
Good.
get down, Enix.
Let it roll again. It's
Keep it-
inside the 10, to the 5, to the 4, and going to
Just
stop.
inside the 5. I'd say about the 4.5-yard line. That's a way to flip the field.
That was about over a 60-yard kick.
That was a good
there.
kick.
Well, that's one thing about a low kick. If you get it over the receiver's head or to his side, once it hits, it usually gives you a good roll.
Yeah.
Where they're a high kick, sometimes they'll hit and bounce back or just stay right around where it's at.
Turnover would be huge here for the Panthers during this series.
Oh, that's
They're due.
What I was saying early on before the other one. Right now, they really need to think. And again, if they get to where they may run for 2 times, but he may try to pass. If they do, you need to get a rush on him and make him throw a bad play, a pass, to give your defense time to make a interception on that.
Giving the slot receiver a lot of space here. Kelly puts a man in motion. Takes a snap, gives it to number 23, Carroll. Dawes comes up with a big hit there. Was able to fill the hole.
Right.
And he's pumped up.
Well, they switched position. If you notice, when the guy went the guy on the left went over and played the slot, so that took away that opening. If they were looking there, boom, he was going to be on top of him real quick.
A short gain of 1 there. Kelly delivering the orders to the line.
Well, with
Going
a two
back.
touchdown lead, they can play a little more conservative.
Sure. A lot of communication going on in that Trace defense is what you'd like to see.
Looking left.
Got a guy wide open there on the sideline. Looks like Hicks and Mullet with a tackle.
Got to the 11. They've got to get to the 14.
Big third down here.
Got a little more than I would have wanted them to get on that
Yeah.
point. I'd like him to see him going for 3 and 6, 7 instead of 3 and 3.
Kelly delivering the play. We got a bunch trip set here to the bottom. Single back. Puts a man in motion. It's like a handoff to
Left
number
side.
23 again.
I think he's short.
He's short, maybe.
I think he's short. I think he only got
Maybe.
maybe to the 13. Maybe to the 13. He had to
It's
get
like
to the 14.
Yeah, he's about a yard short there.
And then that
I don't
part-
know. He keeps scooting him up. It's close. They may have to take a look at it here. Oh, they signal first down.
Oh, they just signaled first down. My gosh.
Signal first down.
I thought sure he was a yard shy when he hit the ground. And they put him all the way up to the 14.
Surprised they didn't take a look at that with the chains. Well, 1st and 10 for the Waverly Tigers here. Getting out of their own end zone. Kelly under center here. First time we've seen this tonight. Hands the ball to number 23,
He hit
Carroll, and he's
immediately.
met with a host of Panther defenders. Ooh.
Got to the 15, and he got stopped. Got a yard.
So his head bounced off the turf there. You don't like to see that. He's going to come off. Looks like 2nd and 9.
2nd 9.
Ball on the 15. Tigers receiving the play from the sidelines here. Number 4 checks into the game for the Waverly Tigers.
Yeah, 2 down. 1 up.
Bilisano. Bilisano is a 5'10 senior running back for the Tigers.
He goes the long count sometimes.
Kelly with the ball, looking downfield. Takes a deep shot.
He 2 over.
Overshoots him and a flag. Yep.
Going to call holding.
Unfortunately,
He grabbed him as he ran
he
by.
did. And to be honest with you, it's better to get to 15 than let him get 6. Sometimes you just get beat. Perkins hooked him there at the last second, slowed him down. But on the flip side of that, and I think that's what Coach Williams is coming out here to talk about, that ball was really far over his head. He's probably making the argument of it being catchable.
Well, if it's holding, it doesn't matter. If he grabbed him for grabbing him, it's holding.
True.
So that's not going to make a difference. Say he's called holding. That was the play.
Yep, Coach Williams is asking for an explanation here. There was another penalty? I must have missed it.
I didn't know there was another
Rick, did you hear what the second penalty was?
I think the one was holding and the other was offensive.
But both of them on us?
Yes.
Or Well, they offset, so one of them had to be on Waverly there. I missed it. I didn't see. It looks like they're replaying it down here, 2nd and 9. Well, it kind of worked out in our favor then.
Yep.
Hand off and met
man, he
big
got
air.
nowhere. He lost yards.
Walker Gillespie with
He
a
lost
big
4
hit.
yards.
Big time play. This is what you like to see. You're down early in the second half. Your defense is coming out, fired up, making big plays.
3rd down and 14. Or 13. Which is it?
It's like 3rd and 12 here.
It says 12.
Yeah.
Ball on 12.
Yeah. Kelly puts a man in motion across.
Got to get to the 24, so it's about 12 yards. Ball was
to the ground. Nope, he's scrambling around here. Has some room. And then they stopped him.
7 got up to about the 17-yard line.
Looks
16,
like we're going to be 4th and roughly 5.
He's got to get to the 24.
Looks like they're going to punt the ball.
I'd say about 7 yards.
This is what you needed if you're Trace.
Yes.
First defensive series. I know they didn't get it at the start of the second half, but they came out, made a stop. Now, catch the football if you're Jansen Smith, and whether it's a fair catch or whatever, but you want to try to keep this ball on our side of the 50 here.
Right. Don't let it hit and roll 25 more yards.
So number 84, Cody Swords for the Waverly Tigers getting ready to punt here. It's a good kick here.
Man,
fair caught.
That scares me when they fall down and catching that ball because it could hit off the chest and boom.
I will say, from experience, I got to do that one time in my playing career was field a punt, and it's not a fun job.
No, I've done that, and you're right. It's
you got to be a guy with some ice in his veins
ball's
to be able
going
to stay calm.
Well, you're going for a pass. You're going that way. The ball's going that way. And this is going the opposite direction. Ball's going here. You're going there, and
it does something to you when you're standing there and there's 11 guys running at you and you can't move. You got to sit there and catch the punt.
When you look up and see the ball's, let's say, 10 yards from you in the air. Well, as you take one step, the ball's coming down. Yeah. All of a sudden, that 10 yards goes 1 yard in that second. Okay, here we go.
All right, we got trips up down here at the bottom here, Trey Robinette. Good snap. Tall sweep to Julian Baker, who's looking for some room. Got some on the outside here. Got about 5, 6 yards maybe.
Got up to right at the
40.
You're going to say the 40, yeah.
It's a good run there.
So that's about what,
got about
6 yards?
Got about 6 yards there on the carry.
But again, 5:41 left to go in the third, and you're still 2 scores down.
Need to get in the end zone here.
This drive needs to get you some points.
Again, Trace coming out in the same set here. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Robinette, good snap. Hand to Baker. Nice run. Keeps the feet moving.
He's down inside the 30. No flag.
Ran through the first couple would-be tacklers.
Every
and
time
was
you
able
get a good play,
I
look back to make sure no yellow on the field.
Yep.
Stay in front of the sticks, right?
That's it. Okay. Down to the 29.
Same formation for the Panthers here. Looks like they got Evan Mullet in the slot along with Brown. Toss sweep goes to Baker again. He's got some room. Hits the hole. We got a flag.
Is that holding
Could
or
potentially be holding? Yep. Referee, the side judge there is signal holding.
Yep. Unfortunately, it seems like whenever he gets a good run, somebody's blocked somewhere or grabbed somewhere.
Wise man once told me that there's holding on every football play.
Oh, there probably is just about.
There's holding on every football play. It just depends. Just depends if you get caught or not.
Especially if you play for Kansas City, but.
Trace has definitely had some penalty trouble tonight. Multiple delay of games, some false starts, holding. Stuff you got to clean up as you get, going into the season. Bad snap, gives the ball to Colgrove. He finds some room up the middle.
He almost broke through there. For an instant, there was a hole that filled quickly.
He hit it. Colgrove got downhill and kept trucking. Man, it would be fun to run behind that offensive line. Those are big boys.
2 yards from a first down? Probably past your bedtime.
Trace, same formation, just flipped. Colgrove, the lone setback here. Robinette. Good snap. Pulls it. Oh, he's got nowhere to go there.
Nope.
Oh, little extracurricular there.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's why I quickly looked down at the ground real fast. See if
Waiting
someone
for a
yellow.
flag. No flags. Believe it or not, it gets a little chippy during a football game. I
Third
don't know
down.
if you knew that or not.
Now it's about 4. So from 2 yards to 4 yards.
I think, Trace is in a position. This is 4-down territory.
Oh, I
here.
think so, too.
You
The key there was you had 2 yards. You lost 2, but you're still well within a scoring, for first down position. So, and especially if you got 2 downs.
Get a first down. Continue to run your offense.
That play didn't kill him as much as some things could.
Robinette puts Brown in motion. Bad snap. Finds
There.
a guy. Oh, good play
D.
defensively
Good
by number
D.
5.
He was
Hez
there,
Nelson.
but he had him beat by about 3 yards, and he made up ground real quick and got that ball, got a handle on that ball.
Yep.
I think if he'd have got the ball in the air a second quicker, he might have got it in there before he had time to get back that much. But it was still a very good throw and a very good defense.
Got about 4th and 5 here. It's like Coach Williams is burning a timeout. First one of the second half. He'll talk to his squad.
No. Well, I did on Facebook. I want to see him get a new press box, but I don't go out there anymore, so I don't care.
The stands, I think they put some stands up, but they don't have them all up.
Well, for a team that's able to go to the state, I'd like to see them get, something that's really showing, hey, we go to the state, we're a great team,
It's those trophies in the trophy case.
That's what you look for. I'm the fan that likes to, when the visiting team comes in, they go, ooh.
Yeah. All right. Miami Trace coming back out. Looks like they got the plan.
I think the referee's got where they're going to eat after the game on right there. So, Rick's buying, they said. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Multiple good places to eat here in Fayette County.
Yeah, but a lot of them are closed by the time this game's done.
No,
Yeah.
no. Am I allowed to shout out a business, Rick?
Go ahead.
Champions Grill. They run a special every Friday night to Champions Grill over at the golf course. Yep. Robinette gets the ball, looking for a guy.
He's there.
Takes a shot.
Overthrew
him.
I was gonna say he had the guy beat by about 2 yards, so he was available. I'm checking for flags. I don't see any.
He also had Cooper Enix had us beat on his man there on the out route. Well, Waverly gets the ball back on a turnover on downs.
They got to hold him here.
The
You can't
defense
let him,
has to get him. You can't let Waverly score at this point.
two things you can't let Waverly do now. One, score, and the other one is eat up clock going all the way down the field. Because you could be in the middle of the fourth quarter by the time they get down to the 5-yard line if you let them just keep going down the field.
Waverly going with the empty set here. Kelly set to take the snap. Puts a man in motion. Hands the ball off, and he stopped.
Yeah, when he stopped like that, I thought he dropped the ball.
Didn't see who the first man was to slow him up, but then a gang of Panther tacklers getting to the football.
Let's see who. 44 is there, 63 was there, so we had a bunch of guys in here.
Good start to the drive for the Panthers.
Did I see
Loss of
Guthrie
one.
in there earlier on a defense?
Yes, Guthrie will rotate in on the defensive line.
I thought I saw him chasing the quarterback one time where he got through, and it's like, but that's what I'm saying. He can't just throw it down the field where he wants when somebody's running in his face,
Waverly set here. Twins to the top, single receiver down here with a tight end. Kelly takes a snap, looking around, getting some pressure.
Flag down.
But finds a man wide open.
This may be coming back. Maybe a hold in the backfield. Because that flag was early.
Could be 2 flags. Holding on Waverly.
That's the only one I see. I don't see another one.
It's going to set him back 10 yards. There's another one right there where the ref and the quarterback are standing.
Oh, there is one right on the white line, isn't there? I mean, they may have thrown the same thing.
That was a good ball
They
by,
both
by
may have.
Kelly.
I think they're both on that same play.
Finding the hole in a zone defense like
Could have
that
been
and being
one
able to put
calling
the football
holding
there.
and one calling something else, All right.
So we'll reset and play second down again.
Second down and
21.
21. All right, that's what we need to do, though. Force them to long yardage and then force them into a mistake.
Waverly, same formation set. Puts a man in motion, deep motion. Looks like
Coming
an
this
option
way.
play. And Trey
And not
snuffs
going
it
anywhere,
out.
no.
Dolls,
And kept him
Stevens,
in
and
bounds.
Enix.
They would have
able
liked
to
to
make
got
a
him out
play.
of bounds. He kept himself in bounds. He wouldn't go out of bounds.
Speaking of which, Guthrie coming in here for this big third down play. Third down and a mile.
I tell you what, if you're on defense and you look up and see 73 on the other side of you on third
boy.
down, and you know he's going right after,
Yeah.
you're probably saying, "Coach, take me out right now."
Now, Trace's secondary has got to be mindful of where the sticks are here.
Yep.
Kelly set, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's getting pressure, sees
Here
a man.
comes
Smith
80s
is ahead of him.
Yeah, I was
It's
going
a
to say
good.
good. Smith played great defense. He had position on that ball, and it was overthrown, so he could have ran under the ball and caught it.
Good defensive series again by the Panthers.
Sometimes it's better not to intercept that because
we got a flag. Late
little
flag
mouth.
here.
And the only people I see there are white. So
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Waverly
Yep.
Tigers.
I looked real quick when the flag went up, and I didn't see any Trace guys standing right by the referee at that time. So
Okay. So now, Trace in another good situation to get the ball back in their territory. Can they capitalize?
yeah.
And maybe put some pressure on it and cause a fumble.
Here's
Yeah,
one where
I
you
may
two
move on.
things: don't let it hit the ground and bounce, and two, don't fumble it.
Catch the football, and if I'm Coach Anders here, I'm coming after this one.
I was
Yeah.
coming after it too. Yeah. You got to come after it here.
73 in there. No, he's out. I thought he might be in there going for the block, but he's not.
Oh, it's a bad snap. Trace
He got it down. Yes, safety.
Safety, and Trace gets the ball back. Huge
Yes.
play for the Panthers.
Great play. I mean, that ball's clean back. Is he?
Yep.
Yep.
I didn't even see who got to him. I was too caught up in
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see the number.
Evan Mullet,
Mullet, way to go, Mullet.
senior, making a big play.
Number 4.
But it looks like we do have a Waverly Tiger on the ground
He's
here.
the
This is
he's the
punter.
kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He as he was bent, the guy went into him to get the ball.
That was the punter.
Yeah,
Yes,
he was kind
and
of
he
in
went
no
into
man's
him.
land by
Yeah.
himself out there. Hope the young man's okay.
Hit line too. And it was low. When it hit low,
I'm sure it could. I don't know if he got just the wind knocked out of it. I think maybe he just got the wind knocked out. Yeah, he just
He's
got
up,
the
yeah.
guy hit him right
Oh.
on the side.
He gave 2 thumbs up there. He's good to go.
Sure, those were thumbs up.
I don't know what it was, but he pointed. He either pointed up.
Two
or
fingers.
two
You're
fingers
thinking
up.
sub. Okay. No, I
Well-
think he was bent over, and I'm sure the wind. He just got the wind knocked the heck out of him right there.
Trace trims the lead or the deficit to 12 here, and they get the football back.
yeah, this was a big. This could be very big.
Yeah, because now 2 scores will give Trace the win at this point. And they
First
get
things first.
if they can get a score
Got to get in the end zone.
off of this drive, off the change. It'd be nice to get it in the third quarter, give you the whole fourth quarter,
Yeah.
but doesn't matter. Off of this offensive series, score. That's key right now.
It's like number 84 has to come off for a play after being injured.
Yep.
Now, I believe they do get the option to either punt the football in this scenario or kick it off the tee.
They get a kick.
But they got
Sometimes if you got a punter that kicks a really high kick, that's what you want. It gives your team time to get down the field. But it looks like they're going to set up for a kick.
they're going to kick it. Number 10 is that Hunter Hawk.
Well, we still have a capability of getting this around midfield.
Yep. Got a little momentum going your way now. Feed off of it, big play. And Perkins and Brown both are capable of that.
I doubt it, but
He's really got to get into this
I doubt
ball
if
here.
they kick short.
This goes a little short.
It's going to go straight out. Let it go out.
Yep.
No clock. Okay, that's good. Ball went out. Nobody touched it. That's a penalty, isn't it?
No, not on the free kick.
Not on the free kick.
Not on the
because
free kick,
okay.
nope.
I wasn't sure,
Yeah.
because,
Looks like it's at the 38-yard line, if that's where you
yeah,
got it
about
marked.
38.
Yep. Well, a minute 34 left here in the third quarter. Plenty
Well, I
of
was
time.
wondering, since they kicked it rather than punted, I didn't know if there was still a penalty on that or
Yeah.
not.
Maybe a big play opportunity here for the Panthers.
The key there is no time really went off the clock. So
Well, Trace is realistically, if you think about big plays, they've only taken one shot towards the end zone.
well, the one was on a broken play.
It was a broken play, right? And then the other one was the turnover on downs when they tried to throw it to Gage Stuckey in the end zone. You know, I'd like to see them dial up something that, a
right.
couple big chunk plays here. The running backs are doing a good job of that, but you also got to get the other guys involved too to kind of help spread the field out. Because the motion by Brown.
He's there.
Oh,
It was in his hands and he dropped it. Oh, that
number
was there.
5. Was that number 5?
2. Gage Stuckey.
Yep, Stuckey, but Nelson was able to get a
I mean,
hand in there.
it was a hair high, and the defense was right on him. But if he could have caught it, if he caught it, he had the chance to take off. And if not, at least they got the ball down the field in a big chunk with little time going off.
All right, Robinette takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking. Finds a man, Cooper Enix.
Off his shoulder.
thought-
Off his shoulder.
The Waverly defender may have gotten a hand on that.
Did they count that? He catch that?
He did catch it. Yep.
Wow. I swore I saw the ball fly up into the air.
I think the ball was deflected by the Waverly defender, and it fell into Enix's hands there.
Right.
4 seconds went off the clock, and then he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
You mean after he went out of bounds?
Yeah.
Well, they probably saw that the ball
Hand off
going
to
up like
Baker,
I
working
did.
to his right. Makes a move, spins
nice.
off a man, keeps driving his feet.
He got inside the 35.
All right, now we got a little momentum going here on this drive.
Got a minute left.
I'd like to see this quarter end with a touchdown.
That'd be great.
Salyers coming down here to the bottom of your screen. 2x2 set. Single back Baker. Robinette ready to take the snap. Robinette with the snap.
He
And
caught that
he got it
ball.
that time. Gage Stuckey working to the 10-yard line.
He might be to the 9. Let's see where they mark it. I think they're marking it to 9.
You know what they say? Third time's a charm, right? Good play by Stuckey.
And there's 35 seconds left, so there's time to score.
Coach Williams must have seen something on film at halftime, that he really likes that slant play, so they finally hit on it and get a big gain.
Either that or he was just holding it to the second half.
Yeah.
Didn't want to show him too soon.
Robinette again. Oh. Ooh. That was a dangerous throw.
Yeah, that's
Dangerous throw.
that was a scary one. 19 seconds left. Second down. Here's where the play action fake going around and the quarterback just turn and maybe if nobody's there, walks in.
Right. Robinette gets the play from Coach Williams. Let's see what they got. Trips down here at the bottom. Brown and Enix in the slot. Salyers out wide. Stuckey by himself on the backside here. Looks like we got a tall sweep to Baker, who has some room. Able to get it inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah. See if the clock went out. They're still running the clock.
Yep.
They said he was inbounds.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if he went out.
Clock's going to run out on this quarter, but they're in a position to get a touchdown, and there's plenty of time in the fourth quarter.
They might get one more playoff.
Yeah, the way the defense is playing.
I was looking at the play clock, not the regular clock.
Well, the thing that I worry about now is Trace scores. They've had a couple miscues on the kickoff team, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Do they pooch kick it? Do they try to squib it down the middle? You know. But at some point, you got to make a stop on that. So
right. That's why like I said, every time it's been to the running back, to the running back. If they faked to the running back, made it with a real good fake, I don't think there'd be anybody on his side. I think everybody's flowing with the ball.
Sure. Yep.
They know he's a good running back. They got to stop him.
Well, Trace in prime position to score here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Second down.
Waverly kind of on their heels at the moment, but that's why they play 4 quarters of football, Joe.
Yep.
You remember what I told you earlier?
No, I never remember anything.
Overtime is always an option when you're right.
Now
we're setting up.
You didn't
for
say
it.
that. Rick did. So.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our colleague Sean Grooms.
Hey, Shawnee baby. Welcome back.
I'm back, baby.
Bring us home, boys. Bring us home.
Probably ought to let you finish this drive here, Cody.
Yeah, that's what it's like. If I was, whatever, it's like, don't change anything. If we fumble it here, it's all Cody's fault.
Snap back to Robin.
He's there.
Looks to pass. Over the middle.
Oh!
In and out of his hands.
3 times in and out of his hands. He was reaching in. Reached again, and it still fell off. Will they go for it on 4th down?
Yes.
I'd say you have to because 3 points is not going to really help you that much.
So we got 4th down, 4th and goal from the 4 here.
You kick a field goal, you're still 9 points down. So I'd say 4 down territory.
Yeah, fourth down from the 4-yard line. Trey in the pistol. Baker behind him. Rolls to his left. Looks back.
Go,
scrolls
go,
back.
go,
He's
go,
gonna
go,
run in
yes.
for a touchdown and a flag on
the play, and if it's holding, yep.
It'll be holding on the Panthers.
It was that cut back.
That cut back, the guy reached and grabbed the guy as he went, and he reached over and grabbed the guy. If he hadn't, I don't think he'd have got to Trey anyway.
So it'll be 4th down again from the 14. So we'll see what the Panthers draw up. Crucial 4th down.
I see it's almost
4th and goal from the 14.
Unless it's a broken play, I see it's got to be a pass. But again, you could throw it to the 5, and the guy could run it in. Depending, doesn't have to be in the end zone as long as it scores.
Two wide left, single back. Fake toss in the right side of the end zone.
Nope, overthrew him.
And it'll be turnover on downs for the Panthers. Waverly will get the ball on their 14-yard line. With 11:43 left to go in the game. Score remains 28-16.
Now, I don't see them passing unless they have to right now. No, whoever pays attention to anything Rick says.
So Waverly comes out still in their pistol offense. Single back behind the quarterback. Bunch formation. Motion right. Handoff. Strung to the outside. And
nice
he's gonna
tackle.
Be tripped up right around the 15-yard line, so it'll gain a 1.
They're going to mark it just over the 15.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line of Waverly. Looks like Waverly's going to spread them out this time.
We need a no gainer here.
Single back. Set up in an offset eye. Snap is back. Inside handoff.
Oh.
Nice stop by Dawes.
Yeah, but the guy behind him knocked him forward instead of back. Dawes had him stopped 2 yards back, and one of the guys, when he tackled him, he hit him forward.
So it looked like another gain of about 3, so it'll be third and four. Third and four from the 20.
Got to get to the 24. Is that the first down marker? Did he start at the 14? Yeah.
Yeah, the scoreboard's incorrect. Ball is on the 20. Yeah, that's correct. They need 4 for the first down. Crucial third down here again for the Miami Trace Panthers.
Big play. Need a no gainer right here.
So
big time.
Waverly bunched up in a 3-set motion. Screen, bubble screen to the wide receiver,
and he's not going to get it. He got 2 yards, needed 4. Not a bad play set up there for that, but
no, they had
Trace did a good job of staying home and ready for it.
They read it well, got behind the blockers, and did not get faked up. Now they got to watch a hard count so they don't jump here.
Right.
Give them a free first down. 9:40 and the clock's still running here. Got to get a clean snap and a good return here. They're going to take all the time they want on this punt. Snap is back. It's good this time. Punt is away. Fair catch by Smith.
Caught it. It'll be about the 37.
So Trace find themselves back on offense.
Close to the 38. The nose might be closer to the 38.
Really need to score as quick as possible on this drive.
Yeah.
So have time to set a defense up and get another stop and get the ball back.
The last one was really bad when they got the ball down right there and then couldn't score off of it.
Rubbing that in the pistol with Baker behind him. 3 out wide right, 1 to the left side. Snaps back, hand off to Baker up the middle. Spins around.
Nice spin.
Got a good ball. Fumble.
Oh, he fumbled it. His spinning, the ball came out of his hands.
Ball recovered by Waverly.
Got a cramp.
Huge run up the middle, and
we got a flag down here.
That's where they remarked the fumble.
Oh, that just a marker? I saw yellow. I'm sorry. That's an orange marker, not a yellow marker.
As Baker was spinning, trying to get extra yards, somebody knocked the ball right out of his hand, and it rolled another 10 yards down the field before a Waverly player pounced on it.
And the worst part about it is just the time span. They get 4 downs to run more clock off, and we're still going to get 2 scores.
Waverly set, single back, snaps back, handoff to the inside. Gain of about 2 on the play. Waverly's in no hurry.
Nope.
To get anything done here on offense. They're going to take the clock down as far as they can take it.
Right. And Trace put themselves there. Too many mental mistakes today. Not, oh.
Pushing the back here.
That's a first down.
So,
flag.
Bubble screen to the wide receiver, and we're going to get a
holding going back.
Going to get an offensive holding here, which will erase that play for the most part.
The only bad part about that gives them an extra play to run more clock off. But They had
The
a
other
first
guy
down,
was gonna
but
be a
they had a
first
first
down.
down. But this kid would have tackled the boy instead of
Yeah.
letting him by.
Missed tackle. So it'll be 2nd and about 12 here from the 40. Empty backfield for Waverly.
They're saying
Yeah.
somebody moved.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
the
did. He took a
H-back
step
step
up,
up.
number 4.
So that'll back him up another 5 yards.
But I'm wondering if Trace hadn't pointed him out, was the referee going to call it or not? Yeah.
So now we're looking at 2nd and 17. It's going to be under 8 to go when they snap this ball. Ball's back. Quarterback rolls out to the outside. He looks to throw it deep, and it's almost picked off.
Almost. Now, they wanted a flag, but Guthrie was right on him as he threw it. Wasn't after. I mean, he hit him after, but he was already in the motion of going.
Could have maybe been pass interference here.
I was watching here, not here.
Jones came over top the wide receiver, but no call either way. So with that incomplete of a pass, that stops the clock.
3rd down,
7:40.
17.
Another huge 3rd down here. Trace has been able to make these stops here in the 2nd half. Dawes got hold, no flag. Another deep pass, and he could have been out of bounds, I think.
Yeah, they're saying he caught it. They're saying he caught it. That could be the game right there, I tell you.
That was good coverage. I mean, I don't know how that ball fit.
Oh, how'd he
in
got
there.
it in there? Because he was like almost pushing him before he got the ball, and he still caught the ball. That was great defense.
They missed a hold call on Dawes. He could have had a sack, but he got completely grabbed up
Oh, yeah.
on his way to the quarterback. So with that huge play on 3rd and 17, that'll give Waverly a first down on the 27-yard line of Miami Trace. 7-10, clock ticking. Another handoff.
Now
to the
they'll
left
be
side.
running. Now they'll be running and not. Did he stay in?
He got out of bounds.
No, they got him out.
So
But again, they're close to another first down, which will stop the clock and they'll keep it for 4 more downs again. It's like,
gain of 4 on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 6. Miami Trace player getting tended to on the field. Final score of Courthouse's game tonight, they get beat 51-6.
that's Mollet. Second down. I do not look for pass the rest of the way because I think they're going to try to eat that clock up as much as possible. If it's a pass, it'll be just one of those 1 yard, 2 yard passes.
Yeah, so they got 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. 2 split wide right. He's going to throw it.
My gosh, that shocks the hell out
Throws
of
it
me.
into the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Good defense by Malachi. He was running over there and made a good defensive play on that. Had a shot at intercepting it possibly.
Waverly trying to catch everyone off guard. We're throwing the ball here, trying to put this game completely.
Oh, it would have been
And no
totally out of
doubt.
play if that worked.
But anyhow, the incompletion stops the clock with 6:48 to go and a 3rd and 6, which I'm sure they're going to run 2 more plays here regardless, whether they get a first down here or not.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
Pistol formation. Handoff up the middle.
He's got a first down. A ball loose?
No.
Nope.
So that'll be a first down for Waverly.
And 4 more plays.
They definitely mix their plays up well.
So after the ball is fouled, the clock will start running here. It's under 6:30 to go here in the 4th. Waverly with the ball now inside the 15-yard line. Going to use up the entire play clock. Take this thing all the way down to about 2 and snap it. Pistol formation, motion left. Another hand off to the outside.
Good defense. Who's
Nice
that?
tackle for loss by
No, 20.
Colgrove
Evan Colgrove got in there quick.
with a little help from Walker Gillespie. So that was a loss of 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, but the clock's still running. We've got to score twice, and we still haven't got the ball. Look how much time they've had the ball. It all started with a fumble.
Yeah. So Waverly breaks the huddle with under 10 seconds to go. Everyone speeding to get lined up. Snap with
Bad
one.
snap, and boom. Bad snaps kill you, I tell you. By the time the quarterback has to go down, get it, come back up, these guys have already ran 2 to 3 yards.
So that'll make it
That's second or third down?
should be 3rd
So I was
down.
going to say.
3rd and about 20.
20 yards, yep, that's what it says. I wouldn't do it. Myself, I wouldn't do anything fancy. I wouldn't try to throw the ball. I would just run the clock. But they'll probably try to throw into the end
So
zone.
he's dropping back to pass. And this got a shot
Ooh.
way over top of everyone.
I thought Malachi had a shot at getting that ball for a second, but it was too
Okay,
much.
the incomplete pass. The clock is still running.
Hey, the clock's running. Tell the lady that was saying, you didn't stop the clock.
Who's
Must be a new person on the clock, so I like
I don't
4:27. This lady's going to have a heart attack over here. This lady.
So that'll they got no problem resetting that play clock though. They're right on that. So it'll be 4th and 20 with a brand new 40-second clock. The clock will start on the snap. Now we got 4:37. I don't even think we had that much when the play started last time.
I thought that was 4th down.
No, that was third and 20.
I thought it was 4th and 20. That's why I said something about I wouldn't run the ball. I would just run a quick play and run the clock.
So we're going to try this again with 4:27 left on the clock. 4th and 20. Maybe he's going to pass again. He drops back, looking for somebody in the end zone. He lets it go. And
Ooh,
it's
good D at the last
incomplete.
second. Number 6, Cooper Enix. Way to go, Cooper. I mean, that ball was going right into the guy's belly, and Cooper came out of nowhere and knocked it away. You okay?
Cooper Enix has had, although Trace is on the short end of this score, Cooper Enix has had well of a ball game tonight.
He's had better passes thrown to him when he's playing defense than when he was playing offense tonight.
He's caught everything that's been thrown to him. He's had a couple nice blocks. He's had some
done a great game.
defensive plays. I don't think he's been off the field for one play in this entire game. Here we are.
You probably can't get him off the field.
4:20 left. Trace ball on the 23-yard line. Pass to Enix on cue. Gets by and got him a first down. Why is he winding the clock? It's a first down.
This guy's stopping it over here. This guy's winding it over. I think he's just telling him he's in bounds. That guy's got to stop it and say it's past the first down mark.
So everyone needs to get set so they can snap this as quick as possible. Trips to the left, single on the right. Snap, quick in the middle to Enix again.
Boy, he almost broke it.
Another first down for Enix.
Yeah, I dare you to try to take Enix out of this game right now.
Nice pass
He
from
ain't
Trey
going nowhere.
over that middle. Get the play from Coach Williams. Everyone's lined back up. 2-2 with a single back. Roll to the left.
He's there. He's there.
Wide open, and he got another first down on a big chunk play.
About the 19-yard line, they're going to mark it at the 20. I thought he got to the 19. Enix just went out of the game, so he's getting a breather.
So that'll be first and 10, ball on the 20, 3:48 remaining. Trey getting the ball, Robinette getting the play in from the sideline. Trace lines up.
Colgrove in the backfield.
Hand off to Colgrove inside. He's got a nice hole up the middle, and that'll be another first down.
Stopping that clock again.
So
they're doing a good job.
4 straight plays, 4 first downs for Miami Trace.
I think they're backing up so big looking for a pass play that it's leaving the running plays open right now.
So it's first and goal to go from the 9-yard line, 3:25 and counting on the clock. Roll. Trey rolls to his right, looks back.
He's going to throw it away.
Throws it in the end zone. Just throws it out of bounds to save the play, stop the clock. Trace does have, they do have 2 timeouts remaining. They'll want to save those on the defensive side if they can get a score here.
Did they call a timeout? Somebody did.
Oh, we got an injured player here on the sideline. That's what it is.
Oh, right. He's seen right down there, yeah. Again, think it's cramping up. That's why the players have to stay out in the field. Coach can come out, they can huddle, but you can't go to the sideline. Can't go out. What other players can leave the field?
So 2nd and 9. Trace is already getting up and lining up so they can get this ball snapped as soon as the referees put it in play. Cooper Enix back on the field. He sat out 1 play. Connor Napier just reports in as well. Stuckey alone on the right. Trips on the left. Baker alone in the backfield. Pitch to Baker to the left. He's got a nice size hole. He gets nice
get out of bounds
tackle.
Nope, did not get out of bounds.
So it'll be 2nd goal from the 4. Trace is hurrying up to get lined up. Clock under 3 now. Snap back. Fumble. Incomplete pass.
Hey, stop the clock and got rid of the balls.
Another low snap. Trey drops it as he tries to field it, picks it up, and throws an incomplete pass in the end zone to avoid the sack. And
Is this
stops
4th?
the clock. So it's 4th and 5 from the 5.
That's on the 4, isn't it?
About 4.5.
Yeah. I'd say the nose may be almost on the 4.
So this is
it says on the 5 on the play clock. but no part of the ball is touching the 5.
Another big play here. 4th down. Looks like coach is going to use a timeout.
Yeah, this is big. You don't want to. Why save something that you may not need later? So.
Well, if you don't score here, there's no sense having. I mean,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Just reset. 2:43 left in the 4th. 4th down from the 5-yard line. 4.5-yard line. Depends on which side of the ball you're looking at. Trey should be down to 1 timeout, but now the board says they have 2 timeouts, so I don't know what happened there, but should be 1 timeout left.
Should be 1 timeout for Trace left, I think.
So Trace is lined up. Everyone compact on the line. Heavy to the left. Single backs Baker.
Timeout.
Waverly calls a timeout after they see the setup for Trace.
Now Trey's going to change that setup.
I'm guessing Williams probably anticipated that. So
He may have been the play they had there was not maybe the one he really wanted, hoping they'd call timeout, and then now here's the play he really wanted to play. Call.
Possibly might now come back out with a spread formation. See if any. Doesn't look like any substitutions are going to come in, so that those same bunch that was out on the field is going to stay there. That formation Trace had off a heavy side on the short side of the field, trying to get as many blockers over there as possible. Try to get all the defense on that one side of the field, so maybe they're going to run a little misdirection to the wide side. Currently, Trace is in that same formation they was before the timeout. Waverly has more men on the right side than they do on the left side. They're going to give it to Baker. He's going to run it. And he got in the end zone.
Yes! Yes!
Standing up, gets through there.
Now, the only downside to all this is we're still.
So 22-28, Trace down 6 with a point after to go here with 2:38 still remaining on the clock.
And that's the downside is, well, look out for onside kick. Amen. Sorry, Rick. I hate to break it to you. Rick's so sad the game may not go into overtime.
So the kick is up, and it's is good. So that'll make the score 23-28.
5 points.
5-point difference with 2:38 left remaining. So
right. Which
Trace had to score, and they did. So
the last time we were down, if we'd have scored a field goal, we'd still be 2 points down. So that play there didn't. We needed to score a touchdown on the previous drive where we didn't score.
So to reset the clock situation, Trace has 1 timeout remaining. Waverly has 2. They'll only use theirs in case
the only difference
really
was
happened.
If we would have kicked a field goal on the previous drive that we didn't score, this drive now went for 2, and if we scored, now we'd only be down 3. But too many ifs and all that.
Regardless, you got to get a stop and get the ball back.
Yep. And you're down, 1 timeout left now?
1 timeout left.
You were hoping to have 3 timeouts at this point in time. We had to call 1 early in the half, and then now we got to call And then we had to call another one just a minute ago. Yeah, everybody's up here. So I'd say everybody's looking for the onside kick.
You think?
Well, this might be a time for a pooch kick over top of them, and while it's bouncing, get in there and get it.
And again, this is the part of the football game that Trace has been struggling with this entire game is this punt kickoff coverage.
Right. Well, look at all the short guys, short, fast guys, receivers down there right now. You don't see any big.
This is onside. This is onside.
You don't see any big guys. They're all 75 in the middle is the only big guy you see. Oh, right to him.
They filled the onside
you were looking.
kick.
You were looking for that big high hop, and it didn't
count.
happen.
So, again, 238. Somehow, not even that didn't take 1 second.
What you do there is look at the guy right in front of you and aim it right at him and hit it hard,
Kick it
hoping
right
it
off of him.
hits it right, bounces off of him up in the air, and then you got a chance to get it. Don't try to hit a hole. Hit it right at that guy.
So Trace needs 3 and out here. Can't give up any first downs.
No.
But inside, the quarterback
Keeper.
and tackle
Ball,
for no gain.
But he didn't get him out of bounds, and he did a good job of going down.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Cooper Hicks made the stop. Cooper's had a nice game this evening. So again, just like their previous drive, they're going to use all the clock that they can get. It's going to be under 2 minutes before they snap this ball. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Another handoff, and he's
down
tackled. Loss of 2 or 3 on that play. And clock continues to run. It'll be
just over 1 minute. 1 minute when this ball snapped.
So, the question here is 3rd and 12. Are Waverly going to run it and keep that clock running, or are they going to try and pick up a first down and ice this ball game?
I would say they're going to
I'd run
not take any
and
chance.
punt.
They're going to run it and try to use as much clock as possible.
So
Yeah, they're going to take a delay.
Waverly's going to call
Already
a timeout.
called timeout. He called a
timeout with 1 second left. Used up all the clock he could. That'll take it to 107. So if Trace can get a stop here.
The key is if they could somehow get them out of bounds as they get to stop. Well, when it stops, the clock's going to stop because of change.
Well, they have to punt it before the clock will stop.
Oh, it was not. This isn't 4th down. I was
So-
thinking this was 4th down.
They'll run the ball so to force Trace to use their final timeout.
Right.
And then that'll give Trace, after the punt, a little under a minute to get in the end zone. Which
'Cause
I'm guessing they'll
It'll
have
be
full punt block.
a minute to just under a minute when the play's over. Then they've got 40 seconds to kick.
Well, Trace is going to call timeout. If they run
Okay,
the ball,
I was going to
so
say that. Yeah, if not, they're not only going to be like 20 seconds left or less.
you got to run the ball here to make Trace use a timeout. So they're going to throw it. And-
Nope.
So he just ran back. If nobody was open, so he just fell on it, stay in bounds. The bad part about that is lost a lot of yardage on
Right.
for this punt. So
Which helps. Now, if they can punt the ball out of bounds real quick, maybe a shank off the side, that'll stop the clock, short punt, and gives us, it's 101. I thought they would run the clock down further before and run more off of that. But, but he ran as much as he could, but.
So just like we said after that play, Trace called a timeout, which
Right.
stopped the clock at 101. So So it'll be under a minute
Yeah, when they
after this punt play, unless it goes out of bounds. Trace is trying to dial up their best punt block right here.
and neither team has kicked really high balls. They've all been sort of line drives. They've been higher than Trace's have, I think, though.
Yeah. Jensen Smith back to receive the punt. I'm sure he's been instructed to fair catch everything.
Well, I'm sure. Because even if you catch it and you run 20 yards, you know, the clocks hurt you more than the yardage. It's helped you.
Oh, they almost got him, and they're going to throw a
Go
penalty
flag.
running into the kicker.
But is that a 5-yard? I don't know high school. Is it 5 yards or is that an automatic first down?
They called.
Here they're going to get together. I think is it 5 yards in re-kick or is it first down?
Question is it an automatic first down?
That's what I meant. If it's only
Because
5 yards,
not
it's not an automatic
well,
first down.
5 or 15 is not enough.
15's not enough, but 15 is automatic. First down.
First down.
They called it when they did. That's the game. Yeah, I disagree. I know you wanted to get the block, but man, when you throw 9 guys, somebody's going to hit the quarterback. I mean, the kicker on that play right there. When you send that many guys.
So after the penalty, it'll be Waverly first down. They're going to take some knees here to run off this clock.
Yeah, no timeouts left.
They'll
So
need to snap it twice.
$40 seconds. There's going to be 10 seconds left when he hikes this ball. I mean, if they hadn't did that, you'd have had the ball around here with 50 seconds left, which could have made it interesting.
So with the second knee, that'll run out the rest of the clock. They won't need to snap it anymore. So it'll be a final here tonight at Miami Trace fall to the Waverly Tigers 28-23.
Final score. Tigers 28, Panthers 23. Not the ending that the Panthers wanted to see tonight, but they still got a good team.
Much better second half than the first half. Penalties got them
and mental
behind the
mistakes.
sticks, and just overall cohesion on the offensive side of the ball. So
Keep a watch for the Campus Nation website. Right now, we asked to go into Wilmington. They have not got back to us, so we may be at Wilmington next week. We may not. It's all up to if Wilmington gives us permission to come and do the game for Miami Trace. So keep watching and praying. Thank you.
we will be at the Miami Trace girls volleyball game on Thursday for coverage of that with Chillicothe. Miami Trace at home against Chillicothe Thursday, volleyball action. That's it for us here from Miami Trace, and we'll see you Thursday from the Miami Trace Gymnasium for volleyball action on Thursday. Everyone have a great, safe evening.